For real? Oh, no. Let's go.
Boston
State of OH! In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey!
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You ping!
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this BA Day, September 16th, 2025. This program begins now.
Football
is magical. We're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about it every single day. A lot of football conversation after the two-piece last night that saw the Bucs beat the Texans. Congratulations to the Buccaneers down there in Tampa Bay. Also thought the Texans had it, and then Baker Mayfield starts cooking in the kitchen, and all of a sudden Baker, the touchdown maker, does just that, and they steal a dub. Congratulations to them on the road. And also, road team Chargers go into Las Vegas, get a massive win. We got Derwin James joining us, fresh off the massive dub here in about 15 minutes or so, and potentially the touchdown maker down there in Tampa Bay if we can get a hold. Nonetheless, we will chit-chat about the greatness from last night that went late into the evening, and also all the storylines now that come out of this past weekend of ball. We're just at the beginning of the season, but we're already starting to rule some teams out, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right.
We're already starting to crown some teams, aren't we?
Yeah.
And maybe we're starting to learn about some teams, like maybe this Chargers team's for real.
Yeah.
And maybe this Buccaneers team has something a little bit inside of that chest that they got there that might be able to propel them to some magical seasons and moments once again down there in the beautiful Tampa Bay City. We are incredibly lucky today. It's not just the Talks Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Back-to-back days with the jacket. How do we feel about it, Ty Schmidt?
I probably wouldn't have, but listen, I love the nor'easter. If I know Connor, he's going to wear this probably every day for the next month, so we might as well just get used to it.
Okay, so this is just you right now?
Oh, look, I'm not going to change the recipe up. I know that. Patriots won. I had my Nike Rivalries jersey on. Do I want the Patriots to keep winning? Yeah. So the right now, the sample size is NFL Nike's rivalry gear, not that poopy company, the Nike one. That gear.
Not talking about Adidas once again.
I love Adidas. I got
or
Adidas.
Puma.
Or Puma.
Yeah,
Not talking about Puma. Shout out to the Halley avatars.
The Opal ones?
The Halley one, Opals.
The Opals.
The avatars. These are very comfortable. They make me look taller. I'm a little bit more athletic. Feel pretty spry.
Oh, yeah.
Like a jungle cat, like a Puma. You know what I mean? And I would like to say Puma's paid me $0. Would certainly wear other company shoes on a regular basis. With that being said, the Halley ones are awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad.
Caitlin's got shoes.
Yeah.
Halley's got shoes. Don't look now. Indianapolis is about to become the shoe epicenter of the world, baby. These are nice.
They are.
These are nice. Pat, would you ever wear Pumas? People would ask.
Sure.
Maybe a week ago.
Sure.
I'd say, absolutely not. What are we talking about? Puma? I don't think so.
What do I look
That's what
like?
I would have said.
I get that, yeah.
Okay, that's what I would have said. What an ignorant statement that would have been. Because I had no idea. Boom! These are coming into the world. Look how cool they look. They're really like Pandora and Avatar. So shout out to, look at this guy too. Look at him.
Man.
At the Halley Mart.
There's a lot of Halley things.
Yeah.
People put a lot of things at the end of that.
They do.
Love it.
Some three-letter ones,
Love
not
it.
great.
Not
all
great.
The time.
Not
Not great.
great.
But all the other ones, Halliballin, the Hallaman
Yeah.
with an M, Like there's a lot of things that happen. Now we got the Halley ones. We will support, and they do feel great, and they are cool looking. With that being said, this jacket just can't be every single day. I don't think this. If for the whole season, what if you guys are good? You're going to wear this all the way through the Super Bowl?
That'd be wonderful. But don't worry, there's other gear. And to your point, though, Adidas.
We
got some ideas. We got some ideas.
love Adidas.
Yeah, we got some ideas for it. We got some Adidas, if you will.
Oh,
Adidas. Yeah, so I mean, think about that.
Hey, the show tops there, like Run DMC. We love those. We got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, a lot of those lines are pretty thick. Why don't we sleek them out? Everything's sleek these days. Why don't we make the lines a little thinner? I don't know.
No, we don't have to stick with that one either. I'm sure you're pretty committed to the stripes.
Change the company logo.
We are open to ideas.
Multiple.
Adidas is spending a lot of money with a lot of football and a lot of sports right now. And we'd like to say to Adidas, thank you. We love that.
Good brand.
Great brand. Yep. That's 9-year NFL vet. He speaks the truth.
Great brand.
Also, hey, we don't mind the Halley ones either. Obviously.
Don't mind those.
The Opals. Opal.
Yeah, Opals.
They are 0-1 right now in the Thunderdome. Me and Conman couldn't get it done against you boys yesterday, but they felt great. We felt great, and what we know about Halley is it's not over until it's over. So one game, we're down 0-1 in the series.
Felt great in them, huh?
You guys
What's
lost
that?
very bad yesterday in your house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You felt great in them?
I felt good.
Yeah, well, more like, if you will.
Yeah, for you guys.
Yeah.
Not for us, though. Foxy and I weren't wearing them at the time, but we certainly got hot. That's what the Opals do. They brought us great vibes because he's a point guard, so he's spreading the love everywhere else. They're beautiful shoes. D-Buck, great to see you.
Oh, yeah.
And a man who's joining us with another sick Hengel hat, a man who always looks cooler than anybody else in the room that he is in. 47 years he spent coaching ball, 27 in the NFL, Super Bowl champion, ladies and gentlemen, multiple time, Bruce Arians.
Yay!
Coach, big night last night, obviously, for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know you've coached in a lot of places. Tampa Bay currently home and your last stop, and won a Super Bowl as their head coach. This Baker Mayfield guy is special. It feels like the Buccaneers might be bottling something down there. What were your thoughts after watching the game, and how do you feel about the boys down there in Buccaneers?
Yeah, I thought it was a hell of a game, especially that Baker just willed his team to win this game. When you look around the league, you lose both tackles. So you got a center playing left tackle, and then you got your backup playing right tackle, and you just win a ball game running the ball. Great job by Josh Grizzard, I thought, calling plays and sticking to the run, and then Baker does what he does. That's why he's a head coach maker.
Okay, he is the head coach maker. Liam Cohen gets a head coaching job after working with Baker Mayfield. David Canales gets a head coaching job after working with Baker Mayfield. And obviously both of those guys were credited with turning around Baker Mayfield's career, but maybe Baker, we're just seeing what Baker is here.
I think Baker might have turned their careers around.
Okay, that's fellow coach, obviously, Bruce Arians, who understands that if you have good players, you can be a damn good coach all of a sudden. Baker Mayfield has been special. Let's go to the 2-minute drive last night, D. Butch. You're talking about everything that is Baker Mayfield kind of encapsulated in one moment, and it was a game-winning moment for the entire Buccaneers team.
Yeah, B.A. talked about it, willing his team to a victory. This is now back-to-back week where Baker Mayfield has played his best football down the stretch. We get to the 2-minute drive. Let's start here in the 4th and 10. Texans sent pressure up the middle. He scrambles. Now, he was already banged up at this point in the game, but scrambles, picked up a big, huge first down to keep it going and keep that clock ticking. Right here, not really in a big rush, but getting it done, not burning timeouts. Out route to Cade Otton to the right side of the field. He gets out of bounds, heads up play. Then dump it off to Bucky Irvin. This is when you have talented backs. You get the ball in their hands, let them do something special in space. Big time play, protecting the ball as well. And now you get up right outside of that red area. Then you know who he's looking for down here. 13. Had a tough matchup against Stingley most of the night. Found some space. Got a little dump off down there. And once again, inside 30 seconds. Still didn't call a timeout. We got 14 seconds here. Boom. Quick little out route here to Cade Otton. He gets out of bounds, and now you're getting up to the ball with 2 timeouts left. 9 seconds. You probably get, 2-3 plays here, BA, in the run?
Oh, definitely.
They hand it off to White, and he gets it in, runs it down, get that touchdown. So big-time drive, complimentary football. I don't know on the defensive side of the ball if they let Chubb score, if that was a no-moss situation, but he did score, and then Baker got the ball and played his best ball.
Here's that Chubb play you're referring to where the Bucs are up 14-13, know that a field goal takes the lead for the other team or a touchdown. A lot of people that are connected with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Bruce Arians included, a lot of people connected with defensive football are saying, it looked a little bit too easy for Chubb there. Was this potentially a no-moss situation for Tampa Bay, knowing that the field goal would take the lead and they could possibly drain out the rest of the clock, and Tampa Bay down 1 late in the 4th would never get the ball back? That is a situation where you would call no moss?
Definitely, and I can't swear to it, but it sure looked like it.
No moss means we're not trying, we'll let the other team score a touchdown so we get the ball back and an opportunity to drive down the field and do exactly what they just did. That would be executing that perfectly if that was what the call was.
It would be. That would be smart. Something you don't do it too often. It's probably something that happened maybe once or twice in my career. I forget which boxer kind of made it popular, and that's why we use the term no moss. But you get the ball to your quarterback, to your big-time quarterback, and he drives once again back-to-back weeks. He did the same thing against the Falcons. Didn't start off great. And this Texas, you mentioned, we had a center, you said, playing left tackle.
Danielle Hunter's over there.
Yeah, you got Danielle Hunter. You got Will Anderson. I think he had 8 or 9 pressures. So this is a tough defense. So for you to get in a situation where you know it's going to be a must-passing situation in a 2-minute drive, and for Baker to get the ball down there, using his legs still in that 4th and 10, that was huge. So a big-time ball from Baker, the touchdown maker.
Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard II. I guess that is called the No Moss fight. It's a professional boxing match on November 25th, 1980, where Sugar Ray Leonard defeated Roberto Duran by TKO in the 8th round to regain the WSU after a tactical boxing match where Leonard used his superior movement and skills to outbox the aggressive Duran. Duran quit in the 8th round, famously uttering "no mas." This shocking turn of events tarnished Duran's reputation, while Leonard's victory was a triumphant return to form.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations to Sugar Ray. I'll ask him.
Yeah.
That was Homer Simpson, too, wasn't he?
Yep, I believe so.
Yeah, that was Homer Simpson's entire thing. Like, we're just going to wear him out here, let him go ahead and tire himself out. No moss, no moss. If they called that in that moment, week 2, that'd be very heads-up football.
Insane.
And also, the guy selling it, running as there would be a lot to that if they called it.
Big if. Yeah.
But it worked out well. Then let's go to the second game. Obviously, second game, late night, 10 p.m. start. After a thriller, okay? Emotional high there after the Baker Mayfield drive with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Holy hell, did you bet the Texans? Yeah. Did you lose right there? Yeah. In the final 10 seconds? Yeah, all that happens, and then you're I forgot now. We got Justin Herbert and his Chargers team that might be for real here in Harbaugh's second year and almost having the culture kind of plugged in place. And Justin Herbert last year, are we seeing the best Justin Herbert of all time this year? Sure feels like it here 2 weeks in. And he's doing Hollywood. He's going famous lady.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, Justin Herbert's fully blossoming into everything that everybody thought in the best possible ways as the face of this new team in this new city. He is dominant, has been, and seems like will be for this entire season. And then Harbaugh's entire culture kind of settled in, especially on the defensive side, it felt like D-Bud.
Yeah, he came over from after he won that national championship in Michigan, kept his defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter. And since coming over, we went out to L.A. and talked to him. He's like, I don't know how long I'm going to have this guy. He'll probably be a head coach soon. And you look at this Chargers defense, not a lot of household names.
That's first play.
Yep. Gino, he was in hell all night long, but not a lot of household names. You got Khalil Mack, you got Derwin James. Outside of that, not a lot of guys that just casual fans would know, but they're always on the same page. And it looked like everything was tough for the Raiders. Every time, he never got comfortable in the pocket, Gino. He was looking for checkdowns early. And anytime somebody touched the ball, it was just a bunch of white jerseys flying around, getting people down. 15, I believe over 15 passes defended, however you want to say it. This team did 3 takeaways. And Derwin James, you saw one of them up the middle. He batted the ball down. I can't wait to talk to him because he's kind of a chess piece that you can move all around the field. He can rush the passer. He can cover tight ends. You had a Brock Bowers. He was matched up with him a ton last night. He just does everything for that defense. Kind of the heartbeat of him. John Harbaugh said a lot about him. Just he kind of speaks about him the way he speaks about his quarterback, Justin Herbert. So just a great team, a great culture they have right now in L.A.
Coach Harbaugh loves physical football. I think he loves the fact that they have a great defense. But let's talk about Justin Herbert, Coach B.A. Now, he tall, fast, handsome, humble, loves ball. I've told the story before. When we went out to Oregon for College Game Day, I got a chance to meet his dad. And his dad was telling a story about how much him and his brothers loved ball. They actually had to tape uprights onto the wall in the living room because they would play tackle football in the living room and they would want to kick the extra point. So now Justin Herbert, you see tape from training camps where he's kicking field goals. I guess he just loves, he can punt too, he can kick, loves ball. Like since he was a kid, obsessed with the sport. He's seemingly coming into his own with a coach that seems to be the perfect yang to his yin. Do you agree with that?
Oh, totally, yeah. When they put that running game with him and John, Jim Harbaugh and the running game, that's hand in hand. But now he's got everything. He's got Keenan Allen back. He's got the young receiver from TCU doing a great job catching everything this year, protecting him. I've always loved him coming out. He's got all the size. He's got every measurable possible, and he's got the great mind that goes with it.
How come it felt like for the first how many years here of his career? 4?
Yeah.
I guess 4 years of his career. Everybody said Herbert's good, but they never really won anything. Is that just strictly because everybody with their eyes knew he could be a guy if he was given the right opportunity?
Yeah, and you're not going to win in too many games throwing it 50 times a game. Now they got great balance. They got that Harbaugh toughness about them. And, I think this Charger team's for real.
Yeah, I think we all think that, especially here after the first 2 weeks. Yeah. And, boy, good for that Chargers faithful. Mm-hmm. Those fans are very loyal.
Love my squad, man.
They love their team.
Love my squad, man. Bowed up, baby. Bowed up.
My squad,
Hell
man.
Yeah. We've been through it, man. We've been waiting. And here we are.
You guys have been through it. City change.
Yep.
You guys were in an MLS stadium for a while.
Yeah. Right.
Remember, people were saying to your team, you guys are an away game at home games because your fans don't show up and your fans hate your team. It was obviously the LA Rams win the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, the same city you're trying to go in. It's like, man, those are hard days. Had a couple coaches make some bad
Real
decisions
bad.
in critical moments. Bad.
I just CBS and did a game of StubHub against the Niners. It was all red.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad days,
first
brother.
of all, here we're pulling up the StubHub for an NFL game. I'm like, where the hell are we?
Bad days, brother. Everything he's saying, bad days.
Marianne Doe's there though. She's been.
You don't go back to San Diego, D-Bud. Don't do that. You started in L.A. and you know
Actually, you know what? I was born abroad. I was born in Germany. The first city that I lived in was actually San Diego.
Of course.
Wow.
Finally, D-Bud has come home to Southern California. So, yeah, the Chargers faithful, which you have been one over the last few years. You picked them to go to the Super Bowl a few years back. That's because you had so much faith and I think in hope in Justin Herbert to play from everything that he just mentioned there. Now the team around him seems like it's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
Dicker,
about
the best kicker to ever start. 100 kicks, first 100 kicks in the NFL, best there's ever been. I thought Brandon Aubrey had to be the greatest. And then literally that night, they're like, nah, actually, this guy's the best there's ever been. 94 out of 100 or something like that. It's insane. All facets of their game, strong. All of them seemingly tough, and all of them humble. It's a crazy, and they got a brand new practice facility. It's like they're doing it right out there. It's got to feel good to be a Chargers fan.
You talked about that facility. We always say it starts from the top down. Winning starts from the top down, from the organizational level. They're obviously investing in the team, giving them all the things they want. And then that culture. You have a guy like Jim Harbaugh come in, and then to be able to adjust, because a lot of people expect, and you talked about it, and I'm sure they will get back to more of the running game with Greg Roman, but it's been more of an open offense. They let Justin Herbert do a little more. Johnson stepping up, being big in the passing game. Lad McConkey, he'll continue to be in the dog. And then Keenan Allen coming back and still getting it done. And then that offensive line, Joe Alt, that draft pick. I think we'll look back at this draft pick and he'll be one of the probably all-time greats at that tackle position. And you're seeing the best come out of Justin Herbert. Not only the fantastic throws and the big-time 300-yard games, but now putting your team in position to win games. Had a little fumble there late. Got a little ugly with Max Crosby wreaking havoc in the backfield, but closing out games and actually getting wins has been big for them.
Max Crosby's incredible to watch.
He's a monster.
You can put the Raiders on primetime anytime, strictly so we can watch their defense. More specifically, Max Crosby. Speaking of defense last night, the Chargers defense was a big storyline. 3 turnovers obviously is huge, but also if they are just going to play that way, forget Justin Herbert. They can win games themselves, it feels like, on the defensive side. And there's a dude who's a monster on that side of the ball, man.
Yeah, ridiculous. Derwin James. I mean, it's very similar to the Packers and Micah Parsons. Like the Packers side of the ball, we talked about it. They were on primetime. It's just like what the Chargers do, and it starts with Derwin James. Last night, third down, and he's covering Brock Bowers right before this play. Now he's rushing the passer on the left guard. Basically exhausted. He covered Brock Bowers. He's run 60 yards down the field, and now he's chasing Geno Smith after a big smelly old lineman had his paws all over him. Obviously incomplete. That's the game. Once the Chargers get the ball back, they get a couple first downs, but Derwin James running all over the place, gets it done. He goes to the sideline, and he's in hell, okay? He's down on the ground, and then he pops up, huge smile. And then they cut to Geno Smith, and Geno Smith is in space. He's basically in the worst mood he's ever been. He threw 364 against New England last week. Everyone's talking about real hoopers and Geno. And then he runs into Derwin James and Jesse Minter in that defense. And Geno and the Raiders are going to be great, but the Chargers defense, it is ridiculous what they do. And he never came off the field. It's like, it feels like sometimes you go to the box score and you're expecting, 12 tackles. And when you only see 7 from Derwin James, you're like, oh, maybe he didn't have a good game. But then you see plays like that. Then you see the
He's playing D tackle.
Exactly. Yeah. He's playing outside rusher. He's also in the middle of the field on the play D-Bud just showed, deflecting a pass to get intercepted. He would have had another interception in the red zone on Geno, but his defensive lineman deflected the ball after he uncut the route. It was just incredible to watch him work last night.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the inaugural members of the All-Everything DB team.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Florida State, an absolute stallion. Last night, all over the field, literally and figuratively, playing D tackle, Derwin James.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, I know you just had to listen to Connor say all that, but I'm happy you got a chance to do that. That's how we feel watching you play ball, man. It feels like whenever Harbaugh gets there and Mentor gets there as the DC, and the way Coach Harbaugh spoke about you being one of the pillars of the team immediately upon arrival, does it feel like a perfect culture for you to be in? And does it feel like the best culture you guys have had over there in a long time?
Yes, sir. Definitely one of the best coaches we had. Just the way they go about it every day. Coach Harbaugh, Coach Mentor, just setting that standard. And wouldn't rather have no other guys, man. They truly the best, man.
From running Brock Byers down 60, 70 yards to the D tackle play that we see there at the end on 4th down to win the game, and then having to chase him out of the pocket. Is there a level of exhaustion that comes with your style of play, every single position? Like, how do you even prepare for that in the offseason? And what has it been like this year thus far playing everywhere on the field?
It's been a lot of fun. I feel like Coach Mentor, like I said, the best defensive coach in this league, does a great job moving me around every week. And not just moving me around where I ain't doing my job, but moving me around where I could do it at a high level. Like you say, man, it's still early in the season, man. We're getting that cardio up, man. So I can't wait. I think we had a 20-play drive this game too. So man, it was a lot of fun, man.
It was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep working on this. D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, Derwin, I was talking about it earlier. Outside of yourself and probably Khalil Mack, y'all are easily the most known defenders, the household names. But outside of you guys, bunch of dogs. Tell me about these other guys, Steele, Henley, all these Hart. Like, you guys just fly around and inflict pain. What's the mindset going into every week with this mental defense? And then tell me a little bit about your running mates.
Man, I just say I start with Deion Henley, man, in that middle, man, with the green dot. My brother, man, he's special, man. Had a flu game last night, man. I don't even know how he played, but man, he gives us everything he got every week, day in and day out. Definitely, man, a Pro Bowl, all-pro player, man. Tarheeb's still another young guy, man, making a lot of plays. And like you said, we got a lot of guys. It don't really matter who step out there with Coach Mentor. Honestly, man, I feel like, man, the standard is the standard, and whoever out there, they're going to make plays.
What is it about his system, though? Like, because you guys – like that, I mean, that shit jumps off tape, how you fly around. I think they less than 3.5 yards per play last night. I think they ran 58 plays total. Like, what is it about that defense? And I guess to think like that he prepares you guys for going into the game.
I say, man, just getting hats around the ball. Honestly, running to the ball. And then when the ball in the air, you see 2-3 guys around the play. That's why we making tips on the ball. Guys popping it up, making plays. And I feel like coach is always adjusting, man. Coach is always one step ahead, and, man, he always preparing us. And I feel like it's just on us as players to go out there and just do our job.
We've been talking about Justin Herbert. The reason why Darius Butler is a fan of your team, I believe, is not only because of you, obviously, massive fan of yours. I mean, the all-everything DB team was not easy to put together.
It was tough.
The inaugural thing, obviously, you're on there. I know you probably found out about this. You probably cried, had a moment with the whole family. Congratulations.
I've seen that. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the film.
Hey, no problem. It was hard to crack.
Yeah, and people were really advocating for other players as well, including yourself. It was tough.
A lot of politics.
Yeah, a lot of politics.
A lot of politics. And D-Bud stuck to the film. He said, I'm not worried about any of the politicking. People were offering him a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Shoes.
Yeah.
People are offering him up shoes. His BA even saw it. He said no. He said no, I don't want that. He had to do it. But on that note, since the beginning of this run in LA, Justin Herbert has been a guy that we've all seen, I think, the potential and like the possibilities from outside looking in. Just the way he handles himself. Even last night, him flipping that camera off, awesome.
Yeah.
I think that is everything he does. I think is awesome. Yeah, he's humble. Everything about him. It feels like this might be the year. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Derwin, on that note, obviously you're insanely competitive, one of the best players in the league, but how happy are you that you don't have to play against Justin Herbert? And do you guys look around and say, like, wow, we knew how good this guy was, but he just continues to take his game to another level?
Yeah, I just can't wait for y'all to get to see what he already been doing at OTA's training camp, going against our defense. I feel like he's been giving us great looks. Some of the throws he made, man, in the red zone from just in the pocket, outside. Man, I just feel like he's just growing into his own, man. One of the best quarterbacks in this league. I wouldn't rather have no other guy. I love 10. We love 10 as an organization. And we always feel like as long as we got him at quarterback, we always got a chance, man.
Are you in the Silver Bells Club?
Oh, yeah. 150, man. I'm in there.
Hey, tell us about the entire culture of that building, because we were in there.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful building.
I say, man, our sports performance team, first of all, the facility is amazing. And then there's the sports performance team. Shout out to Coach Herb, man, Coach Dev, all the guys, man, out there. I feel like Coach Herb, he does a great job setting the culture. Man, and we got a Civil Bell Club, and it's the dumbbell club. It's circled off like a ring. We got the red part around it, and if you 150 or plus on the dumbbell, you get your name in there, so everybody don't have access to that. So it's a lot of fun. Just being able to bring a culture. I feel like, man, they're some of the best in this league. It's definitely in the sports performance.
Well, you guys are in LA. Obviously, that's a draw for some guys, around the NFL, very talented guys. And then you get to that building, brand new building, brand new facility. We got a chance to go see it. It's not 2025 ownership invested in $400-500 million in a practice facility, especially in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Not normal. Like, that is not a normal thing to happen. So you guys got brand new facilities. You talk about Coach Herb. His vibes were immaculate down that weight room. If you have a good weight room and like a hard-working, let's have fun while working our ass off type culture, which I think Harbaugh is going to bring everywhere, it's like, it feels like you guys are set up for the long haul out there. It feels like, it has to feel like that in there, that we got to go on a run. Obviously, this year is the right year to do it. Every year is the right year to do it. But it has to feel like you guys are set up here and the culture's already put in place, yes?
Yes, sir. And I say definitely with the defense, last year we kind of got our feet wet a little bit, but this year we're definitely trying to take that next step and just make this who he is, make this our culture. I feel like Coach Harbaugh, Coach Mentor, like I said, doing a great job instilling the culture and just make it tough where you want to play the Chargers, man. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be tough. So we're just trying to keep it going, not for one game or one practice one day, but like you say, let it be the culture.
And also the uniforms are cool. Good
So cool.
Great.
All of them. There's like 100 of them.
Yeah, we saw them all lined up at their facility.
Yeah.
It's like, we have the best uniform of every era.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yep, boom, bang, pow. Here's all our different uniforms. We'll use them. We're in Los Angeles. The weather, you know what it is. They can really sell some shit to free agents.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if they win.
Especially if they have a tree company.
Especially... we've heard about that in basketball potentially.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Unless
We heard it. Pablo Torre told us. Okay, that was not us saying that.
No.
But it does feel like you guys are building something very special. We're very happy for you, especially for how much work has gone into all of this. Season started internationally. Go ahead, Con, man.
Yeah, Derwin, this week was the second game, so you guys have, kind of stacked them up 2 weeks in a row now. How was the Brazil trip? It felt like a massive victory for you guys. Probably didn't have to wait on the tarmac. That was awesome. How was the strength and conditioning team, though? Just because Mekhi Becton was pooping his pants like the whole time. So what was that like in Brazil?
Man, first of all, man, it was a lot of fun. Shout out, hats off to everybody in our organization, man. It felt like we still was at home. We had all our same equipment, everything we needed to go in and have success. And I feel like, man, it really allowed us to have time to bond as a team, grow closer. You got the offensive guys hanging with the defensive guys. So, man, it was a lot of fun. And we wanted to come back with a W, start the season off right. And, man, we did that.
How many Jim Harbaugh sayings do you try to, all right, I'm going to write that one down. Is it like an everyday thing? Like yesterday, after the game, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, he spoke about you. I don't know when your contract's up next. I got everything you need for the negotiation. Okay, it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. It is exactly what it is. You can find it on the Chargers social media. Is all you need.
I love Coach Harbaugh, man. I love his organization. I love everything about it, man. I can't wait to go out and practice tomorrow, man. So I'm excited.
Can you tell me about his messaging, though? Because he is it sounds like the way he delivers his messages is what makes us all love him so much. His press conferences are electrifying. I mean, like every time he speaks, it's great. Can you talk about his messaging a little bit and how he's either different from any coach you've ever had or?
Yeah, he's one of a kind. There's nobody like Coach Harbaugh, man. He's different in his own way and in a good way. He's not going out there with some script or some PowerPoint or like none of that. He's giving you real life advice, real life situation. It could have been and just happened to him in the hallway, and he just gonna come off and tell you what it is. He can be going off with a story, and then a thought will come to his head. He'll switch it up. So just him being that, him being different. We love him. And he always got great stories. It ain't one thing you could just write down because he going to give you something every day. So, man, great coach, man.
So I was just walking in the hall. I saw our lunch lady. She said, Coach, great job. And I just thought to myself, wow, this lady. Yeah. Is that what it's like?
Yes. So he'll give you something, anything, man. And he'll tie, it's good. What make him great, like he'll give you like the analogy and it'll tie it to football, which make it make sense to us. So I'm like, man, you got a gift for that, honestly. Because everybody will be looking like, what? And then, like, man, when he really explained and you really get it, you like, oh,
He land the plane. He lands the plane.
Everybody be like,
Yeah. Bring it back. Okay, where are we going with this? And that's why when I tell you guys, football. Pretty good. He's electric. We see that at the press conferences. I couldn't imagine behind closed doors when trying to motivate. Speaking of doing that, man who coached ball for 47 years. Big fan of yours. Coach B.A. has a question for you, Derwin.
Derwin, yeah, man, I'm a big fan, and prayers out to Khalil Mack. Hopefully he's okay and it gets better. But with all these quarterbacks running around right now, did you get your choice of intercepting or knocking one of them out? What you want to do?
Man, intercept, man. You know, the rules change. Rules a little different. I got to get that ball now. I'm trying to get the ball as much as I can, y'all.
I don't know. Some of these quarterbacks trying to run people over now.
I'm trying to get the ball for sure, Coach.
Hey, Derwin, let's talk about that, though. Let's extend that point because it happened against you guys. Patrick Mahomes obviously doesn't go out, lowers his shoulder. Who was the guy?
27?
I forget the number on your guy.
Yeah.
That immediately led to everybody on our show saying, okay, if that's what it's going to be, now it's going to be open season. But we're seeing a lot of running from the quarterbacks, How much are you guys thinking about that, obviously?
Man, we obviously think about it because, like I said, the quarterback, especially red zone, man, they legs come alive, man. These quarterbacks running more. And you got to account for them. If you don't, you're playing 10 or 11. So being able to know where they are, and we gotta tackle them like running backs in space if they're going to run like running backs, you know?
Yeah, but...
So once they cross the line, we got to go tackle them like running backs, honestly.
Yeah, but don't you even think about going close
to
the shoulder?
No, not on the sideline. No, not on the sideline. And play if he running, if he ain't sliding, and they running. Some of these quarterbacks not even sliding. They shaking, making moves. They trying to get yards. So, you know, we'll see what we get.
That's probably why 3 or 4 of them aren't playing this week.
Yeah, 5. I think there's 5.
Some of these quarterbacks ain't sliding, man. They just going in there. So we'll see.
Get that ball, man. Get that tail. And it took enough money out of your checks.
Yeah.
Suspended my dog, so they got him on the list.
Hey, man, those are good stats to have, too, whenever you put that 2 minutes and 40 seconds up there.
Yeah.
Then also, I got this many picks. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to be a Charger for life. That's what we got going on. That's awesome. You're the man. We appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep killing it, man.
Yeah, we're going to try. Not as much as you, obviously. Good luck against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Great win last night. Ladies and gentlemen, Derwin James.
Yeah, Derwin. Way to go.
What a win for them.
Oh, yeah. 3 divisional games out the gate.
Yeah, they started scheduling that. They did a lot of division rivalry games there week 1, and I think it's because of lackluster start last year. Remember last year kind of slow out of the gates?
Very.
So I think they wanted the schedule maker, wanted that to have bigger games. How do you feel about that as a coach with that, as important as the games are that early?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, especially 3 in a row.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, now if you get to 3 wins, like they got a chance right now, you own in the division, as long as you don't get killed with injuries. But if you can get 3 up in your division, that's hard to overcome.
Huge.
Yeah, especially because that's not happening normally till like week 14.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you have that at the beginning of the season. You get all the out-of-division games come in, find your team, get even better than whenever they get back into it. Because they're always going to end with division games as well because they want to have big-time football towards the end of the season, which the NFL has gotten right.
Yeah.
Every single end-of-season weeks there have always had very meaningful football games stacked up. So I'm not saying that the schedule makers get it wrong, but last year there had to be a conversation about how slow they were out of the gates. And college football was actually last year carrying it.
Yeah.
That was carrying football for a while because so them having a division games right up front. Did it make it easier for coaches to get teams prepared, do you think, because there was more important games early? Or do you still think teams have no idea who they are at this point and they're playing very meaningful football?
I think the ones that have veteran players know what it means. The ones that are playing with younger players have no clue.
That the division's how we get to the dance.
This is how you get to the dance, baby. You got to win these. And people always say, football doesn't start in November. Mm-hmm. September games come back and bite you in the ass. All right, if you start losing in September, that's a hard road to overcome.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I mean, it means so much more in training camp. And I think if they continue it, you're going to see more guys playing in the preseason.
Okay.
That's kind of like what Lombardi said. You know, Michael Lombardi, when he was coming on last year every week or the year before, he always said, like, hey, you can have a lull, and the teams that go to the Super Bowl, like, they might look bad a couple weeks, but if you look at it after every season, they start really well and they end really well. And then in the middle, there might be like 2 or 3 games where there's a lull or someone misses a game or something. But like those first 6 weeks and the last 6 weeks are the most important time. But like when you won the Super Bowl in Tampa, like you guys didn't get going until
week 11, week 12?
way later against the Falcons.
12,
yeah.
And,
Like,
and
what
we're,
was
we're down
different
17 nothing and a half.
Yeah, big.
And that big second half was huge for us, and that just continued on. But that was such a crazy year because we had no OTAs, no training camp.
Yep.
Tom was there for the first time and learning our way as we went week to week, And but in the past, it's sort of like break it down into 4 segments. Try to go 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. If you win 12, you're going to have home field advantage, and just break it down that way. Keep it in those 4 quarters, and injuries happen and other things happen, and you got to readjust and adjust because you always adjusting in the National Football League, always.
You got to stay healthy, though. Health is the number one thing. You're going to get hurt. And go ahead, Ty.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Like, when fans aren't complaining because you get a divisional game early, and it's like, it's sweet because you're more invested than maybe whatever. But, like, if you're playing a division game week 1 and you play that opponent again week 15, it's like those are 2 different teams pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Both of them have changed so much.
Exactly.
The injury report coming out of week 2 here, a lot of quarterbacks. You talk about 3-4 quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, he's out 3 months. J.J. McCarthy, 2 to 4 weeks?
Yep.
Jaden Daniels sprained knee. I don't think we've got a full.
They said he might not play Sunday.
Okay. Brock Purdy, Mac Jones already played a game. And then Justin Fields' concussion. It's like that's inevitable with the way we were watching that entire thing kind of happen. Goes back to BA points about how much running the quarterbacks are doing. But that's one of Justin Fields' biggest upsides is he's the fastest guy on the field. Then obviously Aaron Jones, Jalen Johnson, Kyle Van Noy, Highsmith, BB, Terrell, and Baker Mayfield, we assume.
Yes.
Okay, we assume his left knee. It was shown in the final 2 minutes, the hit that he takes where he gets upended by CJ GJ. That was the 3rd hit to his left knee that was pretty nasty. It started early. Here's Danielle Hunter against the starting center who's playing left tackle. Centers and tackles, 2 very different body types in 2 very different positions. Kind of gets rolled up on his left knee there. Then there was this run happening in the 4th quarter where he goes and he kind of an awkward landing. Boom, gets up. That's that left knee again. CJ GJ talking his shit right there, which CJ GJ will do. I mean, that is CJ GJ football. I believe Bruce Arians and he have gotten into it a few different times.
A few times.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the beauty of CJ GJ. And then once again, here's Baker Mayfield later in that 4th quarter. Boom, takes another huge shot to the left leg, and his leg was planted. That's CJ GJ as well. We assume that left knee is going to be the size of a basketball.
Yeah.
We assume that thing is going to be gigantic. Well, we would also like to assume there's a chance he's not practicing tomorrow. And there's a chance he's not practicing on Thursday, but we assume Baker Mayfield will be playing in the game.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt he'll be out there. And Morale Farr, who heads up their rehabilitation, she is outstanding, one of the best there is. She'll have him ready.
He's going to be like Ed Monix.
Yeah.
He's going to get that thing drained.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm assuming his knee is going to be
Oh, yeah.
just, I don't know how he finished.
Yeah, how bad was it for you when you were playing?
Well, I don't get any of these shots. Like the hype, like twist, obviously, that's just like a little irritation there. Okay, that's just a little irritation. That'll spur some inflation. Okay, the irritation in itself will do that. Then this is a bruise, boom, into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, right underneath that turf cement. Go ahead, D-Buck.
Right there with that one, this is a perfect example of kind of how injuries work in the flow of a game. Something could be hurting, but that adrenaline, and when you when he literally was probably would have laid there for another 15, 30 seconds if CJ GJ didn't come over and start talking shit. He immediately popped up oh no, I'm not gonna lay here like a lame duck while he's standing over me, because he knows that defense and number 8 specifically feeds off that type of energy. So as a competitor, that's what gets you going. Now when he's probably still in bed right now. Tomorrow it'll feel even worse. But when it's game time, when he runs out of the tunnel again, I expect 6 to be out there and take the field. But when you a lot of us deal with those things, but when that adrenaline is flowing and it's pumping, almost like anything else, kind of like fight or flight. When it's going, you got to lead your team. Like the team's feeding off you as well. So yeah, that I think that was a perfect illustration of kind of what happens for the athlete when they're in the middle of it.
That's kind of Baker Mayfield's MO right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just tough, gunslinger.
Yes.
Comes down 2-minute drill. Here I am. Like that is everything Baker Mayfield was heralded as coming out of Oklahoma. Okay. We remember him at Oklahoma. The coin toss with Kansas, I think.
Yep.
They don't change the whole
dance,
everything.
the dog ear,
the dog,
filthy.
yes, everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Sure.
Was like, yo, this guy's gunslinger,
Yeah.
outlaw. Okay, that is what Baker Mayfield and tough guy. Go ahead.
That last one, when he gets flipped, he comes up immediately calling a play. He knows he's in 2 minutes. He bounces up. He's giving the signals for the next play. He's not even thinking about that knee.
Yeah.
And he comes right out, boom, takes him right down the field and scores. But that's what I love about the kid.
You are huge Baker Mayfield.
I'm a huge fan, brother.
Yeah, like this morning, he's texting during game last night about Baker. Then this morning, the things he was saying about Baker. Tampa, the perfect place for him as well?
Oh, he owns this town right now. And that, when people talk about reviving a career, he got an opportunity. He has taken advantage of it, and he is the franchise. Mr. Glazer's already said he is the face of the franchise, will be for a long time. Tampa loves him. Because he's that type of guy.
Yeah. He's wearing it as a badge of honor. Go ahead.
And that's what separates him from all the other guys, like the other guys, if you will. Like we talk about Geno being that guy as the first to kind of have a beginning of a career that maybe he didn't play as much, and then revive it. Like he got ran out of Seattle, so he revived his career, but he was never picked.
He was offered a contract.
He was okay, but he was never hailed as the franchise guy. I know the owner never came out and said he's the face of the franchise like they did for Baker. And then like you think about Mac Jones, you think about Danny Dimes, you think about Darnold, every quarterback now forever. Like if they do have a tough start to their career, they're in their mind they're just thinking Baker Mayfield. Like that is going to be the face of, hey, sure I had a bad start and I got ran out of town. But at the same time, I might have a couple years here and then be the face of a franchise again.
He was on scout team punt block in Carolina. The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
With Frank Wright.
The Carolina Panthers.
For Matt Rule.
Who to be candid, stunk at football that year. They got Baker Mayfield rushing the punt. Now, obviously, he goes to L.A. He has those multiple weeks with Sean McVay. And I assume whenever Baker Mayfield is finished and he looks back, he'll say, like, those days in Carolina was on the scout team and he was just on the sideline headbutting guys with helmets on. He didn't have helmets on. He'll probably talk about the amount of opportunity he had to grow as teammate and leader and everything like that. It all makes sense. But looking back on it, crazy.
Insane.
That they kicked him out of Cleveland with everything that Cleveland's gone through.
Went 8-9.
Kick him out of Carolina with everything that's going on. And then obviously L.A. and Sean McVay giving him an opportunity. It's like, what a perfect ending for him to be in Tampa Bay with that team, especially with Mike Evans and all the weapons that they have down there. Yeah, everybody they have going on. But, boy, you start looking back on some of those things, and it's like, was it the right move to maybe give up on Baker and kick Baker out of here?
Ran out of Cleveland, ran out of Carolina. Those organizations, historically got it figured out. But we
I'd be cursed forever. You can make that argument. Both those teams are cursed forever.
Shit, but we always paid attention to all the other shit. And, some of it was a little extra, or you'll call it whatever. But, like, for me, at least, especially with a quarterback, because we've seen other situations, quarterback gets benched. Hey, I don't want to be anymore. Trade me, get me to a new place. I'm not doing scout team. I'm not doing this. So to do that, not only scout team for the offense, doing the punt rush stuff, we pay attention to all that. Even going back to college for like Jalen Hurts when he was benched for Tua, everybody paid attention to that in the evaluation. And then when they get another opportunity, all those character things, they continue to show themselves. But I want to ask BA, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, now Baker Mayfield. We talk about even him being a head coach maker. How tough is that on him? Continue to learn. I'm sure he does some of the same things, but continue to learn a different offense year in and year out. And at what point this season will he get comfortable in this offense, do you think?
Well, I think this year is real easy because Josh was there. Mm-hmm. He did all their red zone. He did all their third down last year. They were number one in the league. So that was an easy transition this year. It's the same stuff, same terminology. Now, going from Dave Canales to Liam Cohen was different, and two different systems. But that just shows how tough he is and how smart he is and how much he invests in it. And that's one of the things I love about him because it's not easy to follow Tom Brady.
Yeah.
All right? Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, and here you come, and you take over a city. Now, granted, this might be the best team he's ever been on. Mm-hmm. But don't forget now, he was Rookie of the Year in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh in a playoff game. All right, so he was no bust, bro.
Number one
he was
pick.
no bust. Right?
Kick him out, though.
Yeah, that's
Cleveland. Yeah, class
Yeah,
Cleveland. As a guy who coached there, and as somebody that grew up in Pittsburgh and just watched them kind of do their thing, and we all are pulling for the Cleveland Browns. Good luck.
I'm not Cleveland. No.
Yeah.
Tony needs you here. We're not all pulling for the Browns.
Let's head to Hammer. Dahn. AP Tone will say, doesn't matter if you pull for them, we're still the Browns. Is that what you're going to say, Tone?
Browns is always the Browns, just like the Chiefs is always the Chiefs, Pat.
That's exactly. Hey, last night, money. What happened with the money last night? What happened with sports books for week 2? Anything we should be paying attention to? Has the market settled itself, or is sports books still beating the hell out of everybody right now?
So week 2 as a whole, the totals market, the over-under market kind of reset itself. Obviously, week 1 it was 12-4 to the unders. This week, the overs, obviously we talked about
the second highest scoring 10 games on a Sunday. The overs kind of water find its level in the over-under total market there. But as a whole, it was a little bit better of a week. I think 2 and 3 the public went against the spread in the top 5 games. Obviously, the weeks before that, it was either 1 and 4 or 0 and 5 in college football and NFL. So the bettors got a little bit better, but the sports books are still winning.
Okay, sportsbooks always going to win, we assume. Chargers are a good team to beat sportsbooks with, what stats are saying. 14-5-1 against the spread since last year. Shout out. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys doing that.
Keep going.
Making people happy. Making people happy. Now, as soon as you stop doing that,
Oh, yeah.
they'll let you know.
That's right.
To hell with this thing. Any other maybe gambling greats that we need to pay attention to? Any other wagons that have really done well that we maybe need to say, remember, Chargers, this is kind of their thing. They cover the spread, they win. In that, is there any other teams we should think about?
This would probably be obvious, or maybe not. The Eagles and Ravens, I don't have the exact stats off the top of my head, but I know that they have been quite a bit of a monster against the spread.
Okay, and Tone, we didn't get to talk college ball as much yesterday. What are some things that came out of the college football weekend that we need to be paying attention to? And shout out to college ball, kicking a lot of ass. And we'll have Coach Rod, Rich Rodriguez of the West Virginia Mountaineers, on at 1:30 Eastern time to talk about the massive win in the backyard brawl. But what are some college football stories that we need to talk about or haven't talked about?
Yeah, actually, I have 5 takeaways from this weekend that I wanted to talk about. There's a couple teams up at the top of there: Miami, Oregon, Utah, Vandy, Florida State, Oklahoma. I just love the cut of the jib of these teams.
Okay.
I'm not saying these are the best teams in the country, but the vibes, these are all vibe teams right now. Miami has been unbelievable, obviously dominating Florida in a big win against Notre Dame. Oregon, anyone that is on the field with them, they are just absolutely pummeling. Gundy found that out when he tried talking shit a bit about Oregon and Dan Lanning. They just put it on him. Utah, obviously, with the new OC and Devin Dampier coming, they've just been like these teams. Vandy right here, they got a coach fired basically at Virginia Tech, and then just put it on South Carolina last week. And then obviously from week 1 from now, Florida State has just been putting it on teams. These are teams like it doesn't matter who they're playing. They are just going to put it on them, and they've looked incredible. And the last one there, Oklahoma, obviously was a big one this week against Auburn. Number 2, we watched them week 1 against Ohio State, and we're like, oh, it's okay. They played Ohio State. They're a great defense, but does Texas stink?
Whoa! Tony!
Now, they've won. You see Arch run it in here against UTEP, and they've won since Ohio State, but it still hasn't looked pretty. You'll see a couple throws mixed in here from Arch with the touchdowns where it's like things are just still off a little bit for this offense, which nobody expected this coming into the season. Maybe, we expected it not to be the quickest start, but not how it's looked so far. Things have not looked great for Arch in that Texas offense.
They're winning games.
They are winning games.
They're
beating UTEP. It's not good on the internet for old Arch. A lot of people are saying he's more Archie, not Peyton, and the real one is
Archie's a first overall pick.
Archie, that's right. Archie set the table down there.
And so Archie, I love him, but Archie ain't never won shit. Okay, and neither have I. But I'm just saying when we're talking about
he was on the Aints, brother. He changed the entire franchise.
Exactly, and maybe Arch ends up going to Cleveland and they go 4-12 for the next 10 years, and it's cool. And then the real prince who's promised Peyton's boy comes, and everyone doesn't hype him up.
Marshall?
They don't hype him up like Arch because it was a mistake.
Listen, Arch has a lot of pressure with that last name.
It's tough.
And we're a part of the problem.
Exactly.
I'm part of the problem. Yes. I'm part of the problem. Because I honestly was like, Arch going to get dropped into this number 1 team in the country, and they're going to be even better than they were at the end of the year last year with a guy who was starting there for 3 years or whatever. That was a lot. I was really excited about the Arch man.
Bet on win Heisman.
Let the boy have some time.
Have some time.
Let's let the boy have some time.
No time.
Okay, we know Sark's offense is going to be good, and I know, even though a lot of others seemingly have started to let doubt creep in and maybe even win the conversation, I know Arch is going to be a player. Now, there are some alarming little things we see. There's some throws maybe in the first row on the stand. There's some little skip passes that we don't expect. There's a little pain in the face because the throw is so bad coming from him.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, there's a lot of those moments happening right now, and we're seeing all of it because it is Arch Manning. He's got a lot of deals, okay? We're bringing a lot of eyes. We're bringing a lot of attention. Let the boy figure it out.
Dude,
okay?
There ain't time, okay?
No, that's why Archie said, hey, listen, he's going to be back there next year as well. I mean, just you got to, you know,
Did he
everyone's
know?
thinking,
Did
hey,
Archie
he's
know?
Did he know
Exactly.
what? That he's
Did
going to
Archie
let the
know?
boy figure it out.
we need to give him
B.A.,
time.
will you tell
How
him?
much time?
Let the
How much
boy figure it out. Now,
It
would I
takes
be saying
time.
that if I didn't have such close connection to the family? Absolutely not. But with that being said, watching it, it does feel as if this is going to be a situation that is going to have to take some time to figure out. Will they figure it out?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, see, that's
There's no time.
He's too good.
Just like John Cena said, the time is now.
That is not his name. Chris Berman.
The time comes in the Red River Shootout.
John Cena.
We love you, Santa.
What the hell did you call him?
John Cena sucks.
Chris Berman called him John Cena last night in the fastest 3 minutes.
Fowler.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chris Fowler called him John Cena last night.
Yeah.
That's not. It's Chris Berman, all right? We can't get those two.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, actually, we got some ideas for Bourbon as well.
Okay. Yeah, he had a bar for Berman last
I
night.
got a bar for Bourbon, and it's going to work for as long as we need it, Bourbon.
Yeah.
Is Fowler okay? Give him a text or a call. He didn't sound
It's
like
Vegas.
He needs an
Badly.
emergency.
What's that?
He needs emergency.
You're talking about vitamin C.
Yes.
We have had that shipped into the office in droves.
Yeah.
I'll have everybody know. We forced BA to take one.
It's a fun time.
I always take it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little gummy. We've set it up in a position, though, here where it's, hey, grab your vitamin C gummy.
Get your emergency, guys.
Get your gummy. Have a couple of them. Maybe OD on vitamin C. maybe have too many here so we can fight. And we're going to find out if this works or not.
Yeah.
That is what we were going to do this
Exactly.
fall. Every fall, everybody, including us, get something.
Especially when the weather changes.
Everybody gets
Every
it.
time.
I don't even think my allergies are that crazy. Maybe they have grown as I've gotten older. But during fall, during football season, all of us always get something. Maybe Fowler is having that right now. I'm not 100% sure. We all get it throughout the season. We are going to OD on vitamin C this year.
Have to.
And we're going to see. We're going to see how good this vitamin is.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. There's been some moves made to a couple different foods that might help help us going forward as well. But we're excited for that. What else should we be chit-chatting about? Let the boy develop.
Speaking of vitamin C, let's go to number 3. Notre Dame needs the same run that they had in 2024. If we go back about a year, they lost to Northern Illinois, who was just a MAC team, not a ranked MAC team. I believe they were 27-point favorites against that MAC team. And they went on a run after everyone said, hey, you cannot make the playoffs after losing to Northern Illinois. And they won every game by 40, and they made the playoffs, and they went to the national championship. Now, they start 0-2. Very close games. They only lost by 3 points and 1 point, but they are still 0-2. And everyone's saying they can't make the playoffs. But I think personally, if they win every single game by 40 points, just like last year, I think there's a chance they can make the playoffs. Last year, after Northern Illinois, the only ranked team that they played that was good was Louisville. That's it. This year they have USC. They got to hope USC keeps winning and they beat USC. But if they go on a run, it's going to be hard to keep out a 2-loss Notre Dame team that only lost by 4 total points to those 2 good teams.
Okay, you're speaking to me because I said to Saban, I actually bet a Ferrari or a Mercedes, which Saban owns dealerships for both of those, that Notre Dame was not going to make the playoff because I thought Texas A&M was going to beat them on Saturday. And I thought with the way their schedule looked, even though USC, who I think a lot of people are saying USC deserves to be ranked much higher. People are kind of disrespecting USC is what people in college ball think. They think Lincoln Riley's offense all the way back. They think they are underappreciated right now. So I guess if USC, to your point, continues to go and they have a good performance against them, and then that tough Stanford team last week of the year.
Yeah, huge. They're salty.
TBD. You have no idea how that's going to go. I guess to your point, if they beat everybody by 40, there will certainly be a conversation, and they can.
Yeah.
They certainly can, Tone. We'll see. And we're going to watch it every week on primetime.
Big opportunity this week with Purdue. Purdue's a tough team. That could be a big statement win for the Irish.
Not only Purdue, they also have an opportunity against Boston College.
Exactly.
Keep them out. Don't let them in.
Pittsburgh's a great football team, too. Let's not forget that.
They are.
Pittsburgh's a great football team. Syracuse, Fran's got the boys running sprints on game day after game.
That's true.
Okay.
This is the worst schedule or the easiest schedule in college football, right?
Which is why they lose their 2 big ones at the beginning. I immediately thought, I don't know if they have enough traction to get back.
No way.
But then I forget, Notre Dame's
It's
on
Notre
national
Dame.
TV every week. And if they win by 40, it's going to be hard to keep them out at the end. So I texted Coach Saban after Texas A&M gets that win. I go, I would like that Ferrari SUV that you were talking about. Okay, I guess there's a Ferrari SUV.
Oh, yeah.
Because none of the cars he sells would survive in Indiana.
No.
None of them.
No.
Because we got an SUV, all right? And I looked at it. I don't think it's going to survive here. But since Texas A&M won, I immediately thought, you owe me.
Get one.
Yeah.
He said, hold on now. He thinks the same thing Tone's thinking. There's a chance at the end Notre Dame does get favored because they're on national TV, and if they kill everybody,
I hope not.
There's a chance.
That ruins it.
I just think there's.
What do you mean that ruins it?
That ruins it if that happens because, like, that's bullshit.
They're a different team now than they will be at the end of the year.
They were
but
favored
think
in both
about-
those games, though, too. Like, they weren't dogs in those games. They were favored against Miami
They were
and
favored
A&M.
against Northern Illinois too.
Yeah, and I'm not.
That was one. Well, that
those
was
are-
one.
It's a
Now
big-
they're a bone.
You're not
in
keeping
there.
out a 2-loss Notre Dame team that lost by 4 total points to Texas A&M. and
I
Miami.
agree. I have come around to that thought. I just want to let you know. After Saban says it and you say it, and then I look into it and I think about myself watching them on primetime every single week. And if they were to win by 40 every single week,
Which they can.
which they certainly can,
Yeah.
there would be a lot of people that are like,
Put them in.
this team's not one of the top 12 teams.
What if one of those teams that beat them is 8-3?
That's not good. That's not good.
That's
for
not
I'm
good.
taking the 8-3 team over Notre Dame at 9-2.
No, what they need, they won't take any of them at 8-3, especially ACC, Miami,
yeah, definitely.
A&M, SEC, Texas A&M, maybe.
A&M maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
it-
A&M.
like if A&M is 9-2 and Notre Dame's 9-2, but Notre Dame beats.
But listen to what we're doing right now.
That's
we're talking about what the conversation's going to be around the time. Just put them all in the playoff.
That's right.
Give
Start
us
that-
16 teams. Give us the MAC champ and 3 more.
Give us 100 teams.
The
Put
MAC
100
champ.
teams in there.
No.
Never going to get it right. But if Notre Dame does dominate on national television every week, you're 100% right. What are the other two?
4 doesn't matter. That team is done. And number 5, more importantly, the Mountaineers are back, baby.
Hell yeah.
I don't think Clemson deserved that. Good luck to them. What was the team that said we never talked about them last week? They got a big-time win. 44 Connors is the guy that said
Houston, they beat Colorado Friday night.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Houston beats Colorado, and they say nobody even mentioned our game on the Pat McAfee Show earlier. I want to let Connors know we apologize.
Yeah.
You were awesome to watch. The Colorado team's going to have to figure it out, but maybe Houston does have it figured
They
out.
might.
I think they got money, too, behind them.
They do.
Nothing to think about there.
That quarterback's pretty legit, too. Wegman.
Agreed. Yeah, Wegman, great story, too, around him. So we're pulling for everybody to have great years. But if you don't, we got to say it. We're back on the other side. Cheers.
That's so stupid. That's crazy. I'm nice enough to do that. And also take us off the fucking team. We do not deserve to be on there.
They all commit and love what's going on in that weight room. They all commit and love what Jim Harbaugh's preaching. And everybody in the building's happy. Everybody's like excited to be there.
First row, Mark Pressure, the first row. Second row is I'm here.
It is infectious what they got going on. And how many owners are spending $300 million on a new facility just for the practice facility?
This is Butler Birdies. Wow!
Oh my God! Oh shit! In the bunker.
Great shot.
But then for them to do it upright for the last couple, it's like, look out for the Chargers, dude. Look out for the Chargers.
Coach. Hey, we got a gift for you. Here we go. Okay, so we missed your birthday, we missed Christmas. We couldn't
Whoa, look at that.
Your perspective on high fives is one of the greatest things we've ever seen.
So all time great invention.
I love the high five. Yeah, give each other a high five.
Boom!
Bam!
Boom!
Bam!
Boom! Boom!
Oh my God!
Wow! Boom!
So we wanted to make you basically something that you could high five. My dad made this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
He is talented.
Yeah, boom.
Look at that feeling.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, boom, boom. Come on. And we tested it. I think you can get a pretty good pop if you need. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Obviously, national champion, Michigan man, and greatest high five.
Yeah.
Because of what you brought for the high five world.
Oh, yeah. Incredible. Oh, yeah.
He tried to give a handshake to that particular high five trophy. Did break the hand off. We had to put it back on.
There you go, handshake.
Oh no!
There we go.
We have so much respect for him.
You guys just rolled deep. This would be entourage level, wouldn't it?
To be honest, we didn't know we were going to be able to get 11 people in here, and then we pulled up and said, you have 11. That's where it should be.
To roll 11.
Yeah. Always start 11. You're right. You're the best. I mean, wow, it looks like a lot of highlights against one particular team.
They played more than one game. Why do they have all these TVs for one game?
Imposing our will.
This sucks.
Party in the backfield. No one. We mean no one. No one. Outbeats the Hut, but this might be close.
I love that Chargers team even more.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this BA Day, September 16, 2025, hour 2 of the program begins now. Football!
Good job, Coach.
Head!
There it is. Good.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 47 years in football as a coach, BA. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Good cadence there.
Yeah.
I think you got a couple. To jump there. 9-year NFL vet, host of Everything DB, Good D, Bad D, ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Butlers. And live from Hammer, Dad is one half of the Hammer, Dad. Cowboys, AP Tone. Tone, good to see you.
Cheers.
You look good, Tone. Great college ball breakdown. We appreciate
Thank
the
you.
5 stories that we need to know. Another story you need to know, Cal quarterback, Songapolitelli, real deal.
The guy.
He's going to get paid so much money this offseason. I apologize to the Calgorithm. Maybe Cal's able to keep up, though. Maybe. After an offseason of losing a lot of their guys to other schools, it would suck if the Cal Bears just became a feeder system for other schools. But there's a chance that is what Cal currently is, because Songapolitelli, their quarterback, who is an 18-year-old out of Hawaii, who was originally committed to Oregon, I believe. Then he saw that he wasn't maybe going to have an opportunity to start as a freshman, whatever the case. Transfers in the NIL era before his freshman year even started. Okay, first person to ever do that. A lot of people probably wanted to judge him quickly. I would like to commend him on that decision after originally judging him, because I thought to myself, this guy's transferring before he even gets started. This guy doesn't want any adversity. What is this guy's? Well, I think what he and everybody around him knew is this guy needs to be playing football.
The boy needs to play.
This guy needs to be playing football. Yeah. And that is the right decision. This dude is phenomenal. He's tall. He's athletic. He's a lefty, obviously, which in 2025 isn't as big of a deal as maybe it was back in the day. But it is a he might have one of the most beautiful lefty strokes that there is out there. And his ball somehow either spins slower or faster, whatever it is beautiful going through the air, and he throws dimes. He can move, and he's seemingly, he's in Cal, so brain-wise, we're talking has to be a big deal. This guy might get the biggest of all time.
Actually.
After this season. Might get the biggest of all time after this season. You're talking about upside and potential. That's what college ball is right now. What he has earned for himself and his family just here in the first few weeks. Unbelievable, B.
It's going to be a big job for the GM, Ron Rivera, who I love to death, to keep him. They're going to have to come up with a lot of cash.
Yes, a lot. And we're not saying that's a good thing. We're just telling you that is the state of we are in right now.
That is the game.
And he is special.
Yeah.
He is special at quarterback.
And that's something to look for now going forward. Like if there's a freshman that transfers, the first thought you mentioned, like, this guy must be a bum. There's a chance there's some 17-year-olds out there right now looking at the team that they might be going to, and they're like, well, I could maybe go to Stanford or Cal, play year one, be the best player, and then go to the big school for even more money.
See, also having some Cal connections or Stanford connections not a bad thing.
Yeah,
not a bad. Solid. Not a bad. Berkeley, I did not know what to expect going there. Obviously, I think I had a natural thought of what we were walking into over there.
Based on the state.
Well, not just the state, just everything that's ever basically been said about the university, the campus, the city, you name it. It's all like, I thought, not sports people. Okay? Not really like sportsy people. I think there's, in some places, and maybe I'm wrong in this, especially Berkeley proved that, is there is like people that are not anti-sports people. I don't know what the fuck they do. I have no idea what they do with their time. But I thought that's what it was when I go there. That morning in game day is one of the most memorable life experiences that I have, just being mind blown by what the expectations were and then what it actually was. And I think it actually has helped me like almost not judge as quickly or like assume as quickly. They love ball out there.
Oh, yeah.
And with that coach and the way they're able to do their thing, and Ron Rivera's the GM, it's like I think they're going to get some special talent in there. Are they going to be able to retain them?
It's the hard part.
Quarterback last year, now at IU.
Yep.
Wide receiver last year, now out at where's they're another big time transfer.
He went down to
Oregon.
maybe Florida State, Oregon, maybe. Ooh.
Yeah, but their roster last year got plucked.
Went to Oklahoma.
OTTTOGO. Yeah. He's out. It's like that Cal has become like a feeder. I'm not saying that's a good thing for Cal fans, but I am saying Cal is coming on the board quickly, and this song of Politelli kid is legit.
Their schedule is also pretty cake as well. If you want to talk about some schedules, so look out for Cal.
Okay, who else are some schedules that are pretty cake?
North Carolina has a cake schedule. Wake Forest, a lot of ACC teams have some cake schedules out there.
What's that mean? What are you saying?
That conference sucks.
Yeah, honestly, kind of great news for the Big 12.
Well, West Virginia's head coach, Rich Rodriguez, will be joining us in about 24 minutes. We understand what's happening in the Big 12 right now. Okay? Arizona State goes down there. Mississippi State, they have problems with the cowbells. Feels like it's about to be a two-headed monster in the Big 12. Feels like 34-year-old or whatever the hell he is over there in Arizona State.
Oh, he's a good one.
He's great.
He's a good one.
Great. He's restored, I think, faith in the entire community. He wants to empower the valley, light up the valley or something like that. He loves that area. They've really gone around. Tough loss to Mississippi State. Tough loss to Mississippi. They took the goalposts out on them. There's one of those.
Stark Vegas, baby.
Bingo. Yeah, exactly. Great time down there. That place loves ball, too. New light show down there. New everything.
Yeah.
In the stadium.
You could tell.
Herb Street, I think, said he thought that was going to be a problem. New light show, new everything. I don't know if this Arizona State team has any idea what they're walking into. And then lo and behold, he was right. And that's why he was doing the whole, Mississippi State won that one? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was really excited about that.
Yeah, of course.
As he should be, because he basically called it to a T. He's also called a couple guys' stats to a T going in. Feels like he's on his shit, but Arizona State and West Virginia seem like on collision course about to run this entire place.
What about Utah?
Yeah, look out for
Devin Dampier. I hate
Don't forget about Texas Tech.
What about Iowa State?
Texas Tech has a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, Rocco
back.
Rocco's so good. He's supposed to be a West Virginia Mountaineer. Neil
Kansas,
Brown.
Jalen Daniels.
Neil Brown just let that one out of the fucking backyard. Anthony Beck. His dad's in the WV Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Wait, they want to
get the kid a scholarship.
Yeah, you think.
What are we doing
I think
here?
you can play him, rocks in the backpack on that one.
He is holding a backpack for Texas right now. He's working hand in hand, from what I've been told, with Arch Manning. Neil Brown had a lot of good efforts.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Can you say that last sentence?
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Anacostia, Ohio.
Oh, my God.
He's only in charge of his breakfast. That's it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well,
That's how you start the day.
Yeah, what's he serving him? Poop.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, I don't think he's serving poop, but I assume there's people out there that would say poop, actually pretty good breakfast because of the nutrients and everything like that. Yeah. There's a chance that some sports scientist is pitching poop for breakfast. And that's where we're at now in this world. Joining us now is a guy who actually...
Yeah,
good point.
Know.
Yeah, he's in Anacostia, Ohio. He's college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, potentially a poop eater.
Yeah.
We don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah.
We know about the urine. We know about the urine. Have you ever taken down your own bowel movement?
No. First off, the urine thing has never happened. Never tasted my own urine. Never tasted anybody's urine. And if there's a nutritionist pushing poop for breakfast, you might want to check out somebody else because I don't think that's I don't know if there's any nutrients in it that you eat your
You
own
don't know
turd.
that.
I don't think.
Oh, you don't know what these super geniuses.
I guess you got to test it. Somebody's got to test it for us and maybe Con Man can be the guy. Eat poop for 2 straight months and see if you feel better.
It doesn't help.
There's definitely an instant. Connor sounds like he's already found this guy, or I assume it would be a guy. I'll be sexist.
I know a guy, yeah.
It was a guy. I assume
it was a guy
on Instagram. If I had to guess, who's an influencer on being the healthiest you could possibly be. There is a slew of them, and I am sure that one of them was like moose poop, actually, and did an entire thing for sure. That is no questions asked. It sounds like you are not one of those guys. We take that back. Once again, that's judging. Just like I did with Berkeley. I should not have done as such. AJ, we're just talking about Cal being maybe a feeder system for schools like Ohio State or any of these other big check schools. Do you think the people at Cal hate that? And or is there just kind of a kind of an understanding that that's the modern world we're in right now?
I mean, I'm sure you can hate it, but you also probably have to accept it at the same time until you are able to come up with the funds that it takes to keep these stud players around. Yeah. I guess it's a good problem to have. Hey, this guy is so good. He's looking at going, and other teams may poach him and take him away from us. But yeah, we have the good player. What do we got to do to keep him around? It's like a lot of coaches say, hey, I don't have to love the NIL situation and all of it going on, but this is where we are. I got to find a way to navigate through it.
He's going to Penn State next year.
Oh, shit.
Oh, probably.
Lock that in. Can you bet on that somewhere?
Is there a predicting market?
Need that.
We could potentially put that on. I assume that is where he ends up at, if I had to guess.
Miami.
Maybe Miami, because Carson Beck only has a year.
I mean,
will they be able to keep up cash-wise with Penn State?
Yeah, he's an oos. What about Alabama? I wonder if...
Maybe Kalen DeBoer?
Yeah.
Maybe Florida. Maybe Texas.
Florida.
They might be in the quarterback market.
Excuse me?
Just throw on.
Well, he's leaving?
Maybe he might want a fresh start.
I mean, shit, if he wants to stay on
West Virginia's not a bad place. Arch Manning wants to transfer out of Texas, get away from Neil, come back to Rich Rod's hard edge. We would certainly take him. Everybody needs to stop giving up on Arch. Let the boy develop. Let the boy develop. AJ, let's talk about last night. What is your big takeaway from the big win for the Buccaneers? Baker Mayfield, absolute dog. And then for Chargers Raiders, what are your thoughts on maybe the new kings of the AFC West?
Yeah, first off with the Chargers, like D-Butt hit it right on. Like if you're sitting there and you were the Raiders, you're Geno Smith, good luck. There does not seem to be they didn't have any room to even breathe. Like they were on him from the jump. These white shirts just swarming everywhere you looked. You could tell like when defenses start to feel, when they start to play well together, like 11 dudes playing as one, they all know where their help is. They all know what proper leverage, and they just fly around and have fun. That's what it looks like when you watch this Chargers team. They turned Geno over 3 times. I mean, you do that, you got a great chance of winning that game. I'm impressed with Herbert. I'm impressed with Coach Harbaugh, how he speaks about his players as well. Obviously, we've heard him praise Harbaugh. Listen to him praise Derwin James. I thought it was great when you said, hey, I got all the ammo you need when it's time for a new contract because the head coach has said that all of these great things about you. I think it's cool to see. Like, I think Harbaugh also knows, hey, my guys can handle it. There's some head coaches, I think, that are almost scared to praise their own guys during the regular season, actually.
Well, I think Harbaugh would, if he didn't think that this was the right way to go about it, he wouldn't do it. Like, I think Harbaugh probably thinks this Chargers team, maybe these guys been beat up pretty good publicly, for the lack of living up to expectations. Maybe his strategy with this group is somebody needs to go to bat for these guys. Like Herbert, mostly. Like, hey, I want to build these guys up publicly so they know that I got their back. That might be Harbaugh's actual strategy going into there. Is that something to think about, or is that just what Harbaugh's always like, you think?
No, I think that's a good strategy. And like you said, from where they came from, San Diego to StubHub and where they've been, hey, we're damn good, man. We're damn good, and believe it and throw it out there. Don't be afraid. All right, expectations are beautiful. All right, let's raise them. Let's raise them. Let's make sure, hey, we're a goddamn Super Bowl team.
Hell yeah.
We got the golden goose at quarterback. I took this job. Yeah, Justin Herbert. Oh, my God, I saw him.
Yeah.
Did the football gods craft a human for me to coach? Yeah, they did with Justin Herbert. I mean,
Joe Alt and his dad.
Yeah. Hey, you two, take your hat off. Yeah. Stand back. You guys are so tall. So tall. Joe Alt's the tallest guy of all time, toughest guy of all time, friendliest guy of all time. Just like he cuts promos for all of his players. And that 241 for Derwin James, let alone Quentin Johnson, they were saying that guy can't catch. Now he is one of the best weapons in all of sports. Herbert's finding his groove. Chargers are special. The AFC West going to be tough. I will say, I got Travis Kelce's new hat. I'm not giving up on the Chiefs just yet.
Okay.
I'm not the moxie's got to be, the vibe's got to be high as the American Eagle True Colors collab arrives over there in the kingdom. They got to feel good about that. Hat's great. They got a 3/4 zip I'll wear in December.
Man.
I got a little flannel thing up on them. Yeah, there's a lot of options in there.
Catch the damn ball.
Yeah, BA, maybe they got a little too much.
Catch the
going
damn
on.
ball.
Yeah, but pretty cool merch.
Oh, he got that now, bro.
And a resume.
The brothers are killing it.
And they're in the middle of a dynastic run right now, obviously.
Yep.
But yeah, BA's big take. I said, how do you feel about Travis Kelce's new stuff? He goes, you got to catch the damn ball. That is not a Travis Kelce thing.
No.
That is not like Travis Kelce at all. I think that's why.
That's been a touchdown forever.
Okay, so let's get to one of our favorite segments.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for BS or no BS with BA. We will present statements of fact that have been made by people thus far in this football season. And BA, it'll be your job to tell us if those statements are BS or no BS. Sounds good?
Sounds great.
Let's go to the first one. Baker Mayfield has won his way into the MVP conversation. Special night on primetime. Is that BS or no BS, BA?
Oh, that's no BS. You know, the last 2 weeks, winning ball games on the last play, willing your team to a win. All right, we're talking about he's playing with 5 starters out. All right?
Early.
2 top receivers, both tackles. I mean, what he's doing is amazing, and he's got to be in the conversation right now. And my hat's off to Jason Light because obviously they got some depth. Losing Clyde Jacansey on defense and still stopping them. That Bucs team is, I think, for real.
We had some breaking news here during the show. Elijah Clancy that you were talking about out for the season with a torn pec.
Oh, damn.
That comes just after
huge.
week 2, after a primetime game and obviously a big-time dub. That sucks on the defensive side. But you talked about wide receivers, you talked about your tackle. Tristan Wirfs, one of the best players in all of ball, out still. So this Tampa Bay team only going to get better, seemingly. Has Baker ever been in the MVP conversation before? Or has he been a guy that's been left out of it every year? That he's
I don't think everybody's getting since his rookie year. You know, and he was too young for it back then, but he's got to be in it right now.
Will this end up being the best, would you think, trio of wide receivers between Evans, Godwin, and Mbuka when Godwin gets back? Do you think that is one
Well,
of
you
the
got
best
Jalen
fours?
McMillan, too.
Yeah, and McMillan.
They're both out.
Is that best in league?
I think when you talk about 4, it might be the best 4 in the league.
Igbuka, I put a tweet out last night. Is he going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? He's scoring touchdowns all the time. Has 3 through 2 weeks. He's a rookie, and they're talking about him being like a vet on the field and off the field. They love him down there.
Good.
And then, obviously, everybody was like, excuse me, is Tyler Warren play football still? It's like, you're right.
Yeah.
I have boots on the ground. I see eyes on Tyler Warren. But this guy might have 45 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a number, especially with Mike Evans still being there. And you talked about 4 wide at wide receiver, and then they still got a run game. It's like, he's going to get one-on-ones.
Yes.
He's going to get a lot of favorable matchups, and him and Baker are on the same page already.
Yeah, because you still, even though Mike Evans is late in his career, he's still a game wrecker. He's
He
still
is the deal.
guy. You saw they had one of the highest paid corners in the league, Derek Stingley Jr., matched up on him. He did a pretty good job, but that's where you're going to put your number 1 attention with Mike Evans, and that's where Ibuka can definitely thrive and eat.
AJ, you obviously have always been pro Baker Mayfield, as we all have basically on this program. It's great to see him doing this. I mean, Connor talked about it earlier. Every quarterback that has high expectations that doesn't work out their first place is going to hope to God that they have a career like Baker Mayfield. You're talking about the depths of hell, brother. We're talking about scout team punt block in Carolina for a shit team.
Come on.
For an ass team, he was doing that, willing, and then he kind of evolves, find his home, and then the owner comes out and says, this guy's the face of our franchise forever, for the foreseeable future, basically. What a time for Baker. What a run. What a story, and what a football life.
Yeah, isn't it easy I guess Baker's an easy guy to root for. Is it because he's like relatable because we see how fiery and how intense and how much he cares? I guess, at least for me personally, when you know that somebody truly cares this much, like he's pretty damn passionate, and you can tell on the field and his teammates love him. I guess that's why we all love, like, it's not a redemption story. Like BA said, he won Rookie of the Year. The guy wasn't a bust ever. But for some reason, he had a rough patch, and Cleveland will do that to some people, and he found his way back, and here we go. He's in Tampa, I know. And I just, I don't know. He's easy to root for because he's a fun guy. I'm like, hey, if you threw that guy at linebacker, I think he'll make a few tackles or he'll break his neck trying for sure.
He's a football guy.
Yeah.
He told the story to us a couple years back whenever we were at the Texas State Fair before the Cotton Bowl Red River rivalry. he said that in high school he's playing in front of 45,000 people.
Yeah.
Like in high school Texas football, he's playing in front of 45,000 people. The only reason why I know that he said that is because SportsCenter Next just posted that yesterday. I forgot he had said that. I listened to it. It's like, this guy loves ball. He's out of the movie. The Texas movies about loving ball. So whenever, he has to go on that journey of being a punt block team and then back up third, fourth string, and then he gets kicked out of a town, it's like an obsession with ball kind of leads him through it all. And I think you can see that with the way he plays. Guy's not scared of contact, not scared to talk shit. Everything that football is, Baker Mayfield kind of loves and embodies. What a football player.
Yeah.
What an absolute football playing stud we have here.
The character you're thinking of is Mike Winchell. He's essentially Mike Winchell, who is the Permia Panthers quarterback in Friday Night Lights, if he made it all the way to the NFL. But even in that stat, like we're talking about all these guys, he threw a touchdown to a guy named Ryan Miller. I do not know. I should have known. I should have done my research.
Furman.
Yeah, of course. Furman, great school. Love Furman. They always have some noise in the March Madness. But like even him just throwing it to anybody, I assume it's pretty easy when you have Ibuka and Mike Evans to have tunnel vision.
Since he's come to Bucks, he's led the NFL in touchdown passes. He's led the NFL in touchdown passes in the fourth quarter.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
I also think that and maybe it's a little bit recency bias because of the last 2 weeks, but I think he's firmly entrenched himself in that camp of like there's always like the handful of quarterbacks where it's, oh, you left too much time for blank. And like now it feels like that's Baker. Like last night, just watching that game, it was like there was no doubt in my mind. Baker's driving down the field, they're scoring a touchdown here and they're going to win.
4th and 10.
Yeah, exactly.
You think? Yeah, right. You think Baker? Yeah,
breaks
right.
the tackle.
Yeah,
in
gone.
the pocket.
Yeah.
And then he gets blown up. His knee, AJ, we talked about this in the first hour. 3 shots to that left knee, including this one. That's the first one. That's early in the game, first quarter. Then in the fourth quarter, 2 massive shots to that knee, both one off the turf whenever he falls awkwardly, and then he gets upended, flipped with a shot directly to the same. CJ, GJ's. You just got your ass kicked by the turf. What you? The whole thing. Baker's up there and at him. We take him back all the way to college. Baker's going to be fiery, and he knew going in. Baker knew CJ, GJ's on the other side. Don't let him get you. Don't let him get you. Well, not only does he pick up the first down, but also that's a shot right to the knee when they do the follow up. Still planted, kind of hyperextended. That thing is going to be this big, and none of us think at all that he's going to miss any time with that.
No chance.
It's like that's a badge of honor, and we hope he's okay. And if he does have to miss time, completely understandable.
Which is another reason why we thought Cleveland was so perfect for him. Like he's an Ohio guy. Everything you just said about Baker is like Ohio guy when you think of an Ohio football person. When we mention like Ohio folk, like he's just a hardworking dog.
Yeah, what the hell happened? What the hell happened in Cleveland? Honestly,
You guys kicked him out.
Cleveland happened.
Yeah, guys, hey, I grew up a Cincinnati guy. You know that. The Browns, good. Bernie Kosar, I watched him play as a kid, but I was a Bengals guy.
Shout out Bernie Kosar.
Yeah, shout out to all the great Browns of the past.
Yep.
And shout out to the Browns currently trying to make it work. But you had the guy that won a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then you run him out of town and keep everybody else.
The head coach wasn't on the sideline. He had COVID when Baker won.
Get him out.
He was out, yeah.
Get him out of here. All right, let's go to the next statement of fact on BS or no BS with BA.
Yeah, speaking of another tough, gritty quarterback, some people are trying to write him off. And now I'm looking at the silver lining because J.J. McCarthy will be missing the next few weeks. Is it good for him for missing this a little bit of time? Is that BS or no BS, BA?
Oh, that's total BS.
Okay.
He's too young. He needs practice reps. All right, he threw 35 passes in the fourth quarter as a senior in college, and he needs reps. Now, he is a dog. We know that. He showed that against the Bears. But he's also too much of a dog at times. These young kids better learn how to slide quick. All right? Can you put yourself in harm's way? Harm's coming, baby.
A lot of quarterbacks run him.
Oh, a lot of them got hurt this week. You know,
a lot of guys
they played one linebacker in college that ran 4.5. They all run 4.5 in the National Football League. You ain't getting away. You better get your ass on the ground.
How do you feel about him maybe getting a chance to watch, though, like a Kevin O'Connell off? I don't know how much he was in the building last year. We assume he was there.
He got a year to watch.
Okay, so all right,
to me, you don't learn shit holding a clipboard. All right?
Mental reps. What are those?
You better get your ass out there, do it in practice. Peyton Manning Kelly Holcomb never got a rep. One of the greatest statements ever Tom Moore said. What would you do if Peyton got hurt in your backup place? He said, we'd be fucked, and we don't practice fucked.
It's a great line.
We're not living in our fears, all right? We're worried about right now.
You need those reps, man. You got to be on the practice field getting reps.
What about that guy right there, though? What about Kevin O'Connell? Do you think it's his offense that JJ maybe do you think it's going to take some time for them to be speaking the same language, and obviously this time away from each other is cutting into that time? What do you think?
No, they need to get their tackles back. They had no tackles playing in the game, and they couldn't run the football. That was the difference between, I think, the Bucs with no tackles. They ran for 150, 60 yards. Vikings couldn't run the damn ball, and it was all on. Now the pass rush had him up.
So you're saying time away from the game, not good for J.J. McCarthy.
Not good at all.
What we need right now is reps.
We got to be on the practice field.
All right, get healthy, J.J.
What do you?
Yeah, pulling for you.
What do you think, Bruce? Just because you have been doing it for so long, what do you think about the VR stuff? Because that's like what the.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, because that's like
we were
what
one of the first ones to start using it way back when it first came out, and it's great for your backup quarterback. You do all your blitz drills and you get in a room this size, just drop back, see all the reads, see all the blitzes. So it's great for your back. Carson Palmer fell in love with it. It really helped his career.
So JJ might be able to do that.
Yeah, it's like the reps.
Can also box in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
Thrill of the fight in VR.
Freaking Beat Saber.
Yeah, you can play drums too.
Yeah.
You can also swim in the ocean in there.
Oh, that's cool.
I would not. I got sick.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
The roller coaster.
Yeah, roller
Lay
coaster
down?
was bad. I got sick. What's that?
Yeah.
How do you swim? Do you lay on your stomach and somehow swim? What do
No,
you do?
so it's a stationary thing.
Kind of treading water.
But you got to do this number here to go get to places. It gets really dark in there. I got kind of scared, to be honest.
Yeah.
The roller coaster one, that one made me puke. There's a new one. It's like, I don't know if it's a new one actually. It's new to me, where you walk out to the edge of a building. Out on the edge.
No thanks.
And then you see how far you can get out there. You know?
Yeah, there's like a plank.
Yeah, it's a plank.
Yeah, no thanks.
And you're in your living room, bro. You're in
What's the goal? What's the goal, though? To jump and kill yourself?
If
I'm in
you
my
so
living
deem.
room, bro. No.
In the game.
The goal is to get to the
edge of the plank.
Get to the edge of the thing. So you're like walking out this thing, and then literally you look down, and it's in like, I'll say 720. It's not 4K.
Okay, that
but
helps.
it's good enough.
Where you
To
still,
get you.
Yeah,
It's cartoony, but it's good enough.
Yeah, but it's not. It's nicer than cartoony. It is kind of realistic, but it's not 4K. And you rely on that whenever you start getting really freaked out.
Does it go, like if you actually fall off, are you free falling on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That building.
There's
the
a
whole
video
thing,
of
yeah.
a guy doing this game,
Ah!
and he jumps into the TV.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, there's people that are hanging up, trying to hang on things. There's,
I'll pass.
yeah, it's pretty real in there. Is what we're saying. Good reps for JJ. Good and if he wants to get a little cardio.
And ping pong.
Boom, boom. And ping pong, they've got ping pong figured out. It will mess up your actual ping pong.
Sure.
But you can play you can play good VR ping pong in there with 11, I believe, is the game. And it's real. You can play against people from all over the world. It is fantastic. Good exercise, good workout. AJ and I played against each other. But the real life ping pong game will suffer from it because you lose the touch of the real paddle. So you got to commit to one or the other. I've become a full-time virtual reality ping pong player. Sure. I now suck in real life. I don't like it. Because in virtual reality, I'm very good. So I'm real cock of the walk. Then I come into real life, everybody's like, why don't you come play in real life? In
person.
And I can't find a fucking table. It's like, well, I need the... What do you want?
Where-
I just
where
met a
you
guy
gone?
from Germany who's ranked 15 in the world day in virtual reality. But JJ's going to get better out there. In virtual reality, I think it's something just like the NIL transfer portal. We just need to understand this is now life. We need to get in there.
Part of it.
JJ's in there. We can be in there too. Yeah. Bruce, walk that plank. Let's see if you got it or not. Let's go to the next statement of fact, shall we?
Yeah, BA, a lot of people are saying that the Chiefs are ass cheeks, unfortunately. They're dead. We just talked about it. Hey, listen, the AFC West is now the Chargers division. You know, they don't got anybody who's doing anything other than Patrick Mahomes. So I ask you, is that BS or no BS, BA?
I think that's total BS. This coaching staff's way too good, man. And, they lost a tough Super Bowl champs and the Chargers who, they had to travel to Brazil and all that. Those are excuses. But this coaching staff's too good, this team's too good, and Patrick Mahomes is too good. Now, if Patrick Mahomes continues to be the leading rusher, they got problems.
Yeah.
That is the big problem because he's going to get hurt sooner or later. I mean, now that he ran a DB over, people are going to take some shots on him, whether he slides or not. And they've got to they've got to get a running game going to help him out because he's just taking way too many hits.
I mean, that's 3 guys hitting him from the Philadelphia Eagles defense that are very physical. Your big takeaway is they're not Cheeks because they're still the Kansas City Chiefs. They got too many good people in that building to be Cheeks, so maybe we're putting cart way ahead of horse in that particular column. But if he keeps taking these all add up here. Now, these are just shots that just kind of add up and add up and add up.
Second quarter.
And I think he maybe doesn't trust everything in front of him at the exact moment, potentially. So maybe he's getting a little bit more eager to run. And then he knows he's much more athletic than a lot of people give him credit for, so he can make a play himself. But that's normally the mindset of a younger quarterback as opposed to a guy who's already being called the GOAT. How do you kind of stop that? What do you think they try to do to get him more in the pocket or maybe not as vulnerable to massive shots?
I think they got to find a running game, first of all. And then they got to protect him better. You know, their tackles have not played well for the last couple of years, and they've been searching for a tackle. And now this stuff is going to get him hurt and end his career. And nobody wants to see that.
No one. And they're making. You talked about Travis Kelce earlier. They're making mistakes that they very rarely.
Yeah.
Like I think the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Now, did I pick the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Chiefs? Yes, that's because I believe in the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are a very good football team. But I still believe in the Chiefs. It sounds like you do as well.
Yeah, I believe in Andy Reid and Spags and the whole crew and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah, what's crazy is just like that you didn't really expect this massive of a drop-off. Like when Tooney leaves, they still had Creed, Humphreys in. They still have Trey Smith. And the fact that they can't run the ball with 2 of the better players at their position, right? Isn't that kind of weird? Like, why is that happening? Josh Simmons, rookie left tackle, and he made a great play. Actually, he stopped a pick 6 against the Eagles. But, like, why are they struggling if they have, 2 all-pros in the middle of their O-line?
Yeah, it's just scheme a little bit. Pachenko, get him going again because, he's a fireball. When he gets going, it kind of sets the tone for them. And they haven't been able to get him going.
All right, last one here, Con Man.
Yeah, BA, steel curtain, more like soft pillows. The Steelers defense absolutely stinks.
We don't know if anybody actually said this other than Connor.
Correct.
Yeah, this is my brainchild, BA, and was I maybe, jazzing it up a little because the Steelers are going to New England this weekend? Maybe, but sue me. What's going on in Pittsburgh, though? Everyone kind of thought, hey, maybe the offense will start slow and then, the defense will kind of carry them. They'll be okay. It's kind of been flipped. Why does the Steelers defense stink out of nowhere?
Or does, hold on, the question, remember.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Steel curtain, though. More like soft pillows. The Steelers' defense absolutely stinks. Is that BS or no BS?
That's no BS. That's no BS, brother.
Yeah, that's no BS. Wait a minute.
That was the hardest watch for me on Sunday, to watch that defense. Knowing that Casey Hampton and Aaron Smith and James Harris and all the guys that have played in that defense for all the years, going back to Joe and all the rest of the guys, but
Troy.
That was
Brian Clark.
They get stoned by a fullback and knock both linebackers down. The safety can't make a tackle. Seattle just ran it down their throat at home. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it just happened, and it didn't happen once. That's 3rd and 20. Little soft toss playing for a field goal and you're running in for a touchdown. That isn't Steeler defense.
What is it? What happened? How's it happen? Because that was 10 a.m. local time kickoff for the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think anybody gave the Seattle Seahawks any hope at all in this game. Aaron Rodgers, home opener for his Pittsburgh Steelers era. Defense, how much money? Let's go to Hammer. Dahn. How much money's on that defense? A lot of money, right?
Number 1 in the NFL. I think it's like $150 million or some shit.
Okay, so they got $150 million on that defense in not only well earned, by the way, by the boys for how great they've been. And the expectation and the standard is the standard. I mean, 2 guys get knocked out in 1. I think Jeff Saturday gave some pancakes out earlier because of this. But why is it? What is it? Is it just attention? Is it focus? Is it scheme? What do you think it is?
I think some of it is scheme. Some of it is reading press clippings. And they can't stop the run. Then TJ and Highsmith can't tee off. They're the finishers. All right, but you got to stop them first to be able to finish. All right, and they're not stopping anybody in the running game right now.
And Highsmith too now. Highsmith, I think, is out 4 to 6 weeks, right, Tone? So
yes,
they're banged up already. So Jack Sawyer gets thrown in there. He's first year. It's going to be kind of an interesting watch for the Pittsburgh defense going forward for the next.
They're going to see a fullback for a few weeks. I know that.
Yeah,
I'm putting one in right now. It's the old Bob play. Is 100 years old. Run it down the weak side linebacker's throat. Knock 2 linebackers down.
And until they put that fire out,
it's coming.
Everybody's just attacking right there,
It's a copycat league, so next week you're going to see it too.
I hit that with some leverage, man.
Yeah, 2 guys there, the same.
Well, AJ coached him up.
Yeah, AJ, what the hell's going on with Pittsburgh Steelers defense, brother?
And you see that moving late. Look, right there, Cam Hayward's moving late. He's standing up. He's already screwed, so they can knock him down, create a huge gap, and then here we go. We're off to the races, missed tackles.
Yeah, what's 22 doing, D-Butt?
Or 6.
That's that open field, man. These running backs, they get paid a lot of money, get drafted high, and this is why. They're not paid to get tackled in open field by anybody.
Dude, that would not be fun. That would not be fun.
It was like what AJ mentioned earlier with the Chargers defense. Like, playing defense and tackling. The only time we tackle in the National Football League is on Sundays or on game day. So tackling these guys, it's a team effort. It's trust. It's literally firing your gun. Hey, if I got outside in leverage, I trust my guy to be inside out, because if I'm taking on this block, and he talked about Hayward, but Wilson, if he boxed that outside in, it looks like, Queen will come over and make that play. It's all, and then once that your guy isn't there on play 8, on play 18, now you're hesitant. Now you don't necessarily trust him. He doesn't necessarily trust you, and he just kind of piles on. But with the guys in that building, with the players in that building, they play a lot of good football. With the coaches in that building, I do think they can fix it. It's still, what did your leader say, your supreme leader say, Tone? It's only week 2. So they can
talk about Aaron Rodgers, I believe.
Wow.
In the long run, this will be good. I don't know if he's supreme leader or Coach Tomlin would be considered that over. Both of them maybe supreme's leadership positions over there.
You know what they say.
Is that practice? Trust, confidence? How's that? Why is that? Why are people not?
It's practice. It's meetings. It's walkthrough, and then it shows up on Sunday on game tape. But it only you have that little inch of doubt, and then it can kind of grow. But once you start making it, like that Chargers defense, that team, everybody, regardless. We don't know all the names. The guys outside of it, they trust each other. They trust, hey, Hart is going to be out there. Gilman, James, like all these guys are going to be in their position, their place, so I can go and fire my gun, because one-on-one, me and Walker in the open field, it leans to him. 2-on-1, 3-on-1, now it's in our favor.
How about BA saying, that's no BS, brother. This is bad out
Didn't
there.
expect that.
That was another segment of Is It BS or No BS with BA. Hey, we almost got through it that time.
Nah, it's on me. Hand up.
No, but the first 3 times it was me, so don't you worry about it. Just, we always want to ask a question, but it's a statement. It has to be a statement, because then the statement's either BS or no BS, but we always want to turn it into a question. Then it's not. So we've ruined the segment the first few weeks. This week, smoothest we've had.
Hell yeah.
By far. No questions asked. BA did great. You know what else was great? Watching West Virginia beat the hell out of Pitt. What a game. What a moment. What a time to be alive. Hard Edge is seemingly back in Morgantown, West Virginia, and we're all thankful for that are Mountaineers fans. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Mountaineer football team, Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah, baby.
How you doing, Coach?
Boy, you look good, Pat. You look great in that sweater. Good to see my friend B.A. as well. We go way back to our days in Arizona. Brother. Back in Lake Oconee, Georgia. Going over to Gabby's, having a cocktail or two, playing a little golf. It's great to see you.
You too, brother.
Hold on now. So I know BA is a noted club thrower and club drowner, okay, if it has to happen. I couldn't even fathom you on a golf course. Are you what is the spirit or the mood in golf? Do you try to be good? Are you actually good at golf, or are you just out there having a good time with BA?
No, I mean, I don't know what BA. He probably lies on his handicap like all the other coaches do. I don't know. I mean, I was okay, but I am a little probably. If there's a little money at stake, I'll get a little ultra competitive. I've only broke 2 clubs, just 2, and one of them was an accident. But I hadn't. That's the worst part about taking a new job, Pat. Hell, I ain't got time to golf, which is ridiculous. I got to make time to golf. So I'll find time if we get to a bowl game or win some games. I'll find some time next summer for sure.
Come on down in February, bro. I'm not giving you any strokes either.
Yeah, okay, see, he's hustling too. He just shot his age twice already this offseason. I mean, he's balling right now on the course, obviously.
He's balling. He is balling for sure.
Well, I appreciate you not golfing and focusing on turning around that program there. Watching along this weekend, the emotional journey that you were on throughout the entirety of it all, I assume was a lot. Afterwards, we saw some tears. We saw some real pride, some real fulfillment, it felt like, out of you. What was that for your team, and how did it feel in that locker room afterwards?
Yeah, Pat, I didn't, it's obviously it's not scripted, but I didn't realize it until after I watched some clips of it afterwards. I was a lot more emotional than, you'd think after 300 some games as a head coach, it would all kind of feel the same. But I was a little bit more emotional, and I think it was maybe. It wasn't just because we won. It was our rival and all that, and there were 60-some thousand people, and the game's so important and everything like that. I just think it was a combination of a lot of stuff. It was, being gone for 17 years, seeing what everybody put into this program. People like yourself, how important it was for us to play well and to represent West Virginia the way we need to be represented. And so it was. I mean, they say every game counts as one. This one might be counting a little more than one. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the folks started tailgating last Tuesday, and hell, they haven't left yet. So it's been a wonderful few days. Obviously we've turned the page now, and I'm moving on to Kansas on the road this weekend. But for 24 hours, it was a hell of a time.
Yeah, I know you're just trying to get a first down against Kansas. I know that's what you got to think about. And I appreciate you acknowledging how big of a game that was, because I think to everybody that was following along with your journey and our journey as Mountaineers as a whole, and our story and our team and the way everything that has happened, that game was huge. Also being on September 13th, 9/13, it was a massive weekend, and especially for you reinstating who you are and what your team is. I think it was a big weekend, man. Legit. When we play them again in 3 years, we're going to be a whole lot better football team in 3 years than we are now. So this is the toughest time for us. We got 70-some new players, only have one guy that started any football games, and so this was good for us to try to get a win, because we got to wait 3 years till we play them when we know we're going to be pretty salty. But it was a physical game too. If you noticed that, Pat, they had an inordinate amount of people that got hurt all the time. I saw that.
I mean, on some snaps there was 2 or 3 guys that were getting hurt, and I was like amazed at that. And then their training staff must be the best in the country, because they all came back in the game.
I saw that.
So it was phenomenal how fast that medical staff of theirs got them healthy again to get back on the field after all those injuries.
And we will certainly take their information that they have to become a better medical staff everywhere else. I think if they have any secrets to take care of these guys so quickly, we would like them to share that for the good.
I'm like, they got the worst luck in America. There's a guy falling out on every snap. I mean, I've never seen nothing like that. So it was.
Hey, Hard Edge. That's how Hard Edge is back. They can't keep up with it. That's good news.
It was something else.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Yeah. Okay. Watching your team, you talk about it being super physical. You had like a super jumbo package. When did this come to mind? How long have you been doing this? I don't think I've seen this in a while.
Yeah, we had like 3,000 pounds of beef going in. We actually did something similar the last couple of years at Jack State, but then I got one lineman that Donovan Haslam, he's two cheeseburgers away from 400, and then another linebacker is a cheeseburger away from 350. I'm like, hell, let's just, BA will tell you this, football is a game with big people moving other big people against their will. So I'm like, well, the more big people we can have in there, the better we have. So the formation's called heavy, of course, right? Heavy. I could call it just fat. Hey, just our fat package. But that may not be politically correct. But hell, who cares? But we called it heavy to be politically correct, and so we have 9 guys. But I'm trying to get 10 guys. I might have one where if I could find one of those fat guys that could actually carry the ball, I'll have 10 guys in there. So that will be the fat package. And we'll hand it off and block with all fat people.
That'll work.
Yeah, and actually Nico's not slim. He's 225 pounds, so he's on the borderline of a quarterback being like fat. So I say that in a kind
Yes,
way.
we all know you, and your players all understand at this moment too what that is. Anybody that's ever played for you understands exactly what you're saying.
That fat spelled P-H-A-T.
Yeah, it's powerful. It's powerful. Yeah, fat, super cool too to do something new out there. Yeah, and if you get a 400-pounder with a ball in his hands, I'll tell you what, college football people will celebrate that. And I hope that heavy package through the holidays might become, Thanksgiving, Christmas, let alone Halloween. Holy shit.
Obese package.
Yeah. There's a lot that we could sell from that, and T-shirts we can make. You can imagine the marketing thing, like, let's get fat, Let's go Mountaineers, let's get fat, and then, let's put it on there.
P-H-A-T. Yeah. AJ has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, winning a big overtime game against a rival like that, I guess for some of the younger guys, and a lot of, like you said, so many new players, what does it do for you guys' confidence? I think, great teams have to find ways to win. You have to win many different ways. You can't just be front runners. You got to learn what it's like to come from behind or win these close ones. But what can you guys take from that? Can they build a bunch of confidence winning like this?
I think so. That was obviously anytime you win, you're going to get a little bit of confidence. But and then when you lose, you maybe lose a little bit of confidence. But I tell everybody, what we have to rely on is what we do every day. You know what, the way our practices goes. I tell our guys we're a little unique in how we practice. And then we had good practices last week. You couldn't tell the difference between last week's practice and the week before's practice. And I think that's got to be who we are every day. We do what we do. We go how we go. And hopefully we can play well enough to win a game and keep playing. And then, typical coach speak that, I tell the guys, I told them before the game, it's going to be a game. Don't look up at the scoreboard. All right, just keep swinging, keep playing as hard as you can. Then after 60 minutes, you can look up, well, shit, that was wrong. It'd take more than 60 minutes. So I said it takes 60 minutes in overtime, then look up at the scoreboard and see what happens. I think they really did that. They just kept playing hard until the final whistle.
Tell me about Nico. He's obviously big, strong QB, stuck around from last year, which I think we all appreciate. Then also Scotty Fox gets some burn at the beginning of the second half there. I don't think he played the week before. All those decisions, what goes into it, and what are your thoughts on the quarterback room?
Well, and that's the other part, Pat. That's like, most people say, well, you take your quarterback out and put another guy, you're going to destroy his confidence. Well, yeah, maybe he destroyed my confidence too, So I think there's times where our quarterback, people don't realize in practice, this is the way we roll our quarterbacks, and we roll in and out. And I tell them, if you make a mistake or two, we're not going to pull you out just because you make a mistake or two. Sometimes we're just going to try to make a change and make a spark, or maybe it's a certain number of certain plays that this quarterback can do really well. And so Nico understood that. When he was taken out, it was to try to get a little spark with Scotty, but it was also because of a couple different plays we wanted to run. And I wanted Nico and all the other quarterbacks to stay engaged. Well, he did. He didn't go pout and like, gee whiz, He stayed ready. He stayed engaged. And then when it was 6 minutes ago, whatever it was in the game, said, hey, Nico, you're in. It's your time to go get it. He attacked it like the person he is. And it was a great lesson for all of us, for all of our players, to see how engaged he stayed in, made a couple great throws, and like that seam throw right there, and led us to victory.
Yeah, you've been very open, seemingly, about liking the whole quarterback room. Anybody that knows you, though, with how competitive you are, you want somebody in that quarterback room to take that job. You would like somebody to become the guy in that room. I would assume. Not 100% sure, but I would assume that is the case.
Oh, you're 100% right. Somebody to kind of seize it and grab it. And we hadn't really seen that yet, but maybe in the last 6 minutes, Nico's is taking that step, which is really neat to see. But I want those other quarterbacks, Pat, to be as competitive. Like, shoot, I'm not done competing with this thing. We got a lot of games, a lot of football left. It's still going to be wide open. So, but at least for one day, Nico took charge. At least for one quarter, Nico took charge, and that's a positive sign.
Yeah, it definitely is. Big-time win, a big-time moment. I think it was the most people that have been in the stadium in years and years and years. Obviously, the checkered was awesome. The environment looked electrifying. I wish I could have been there. Ollie Straw, your punter, did you see that catch he made?
I didn't. I knew it was a bad snap, and he had made a great catch. But then after I saw a picture of it, it was like, that's got to be like a specialist, like, poster thing kind of deal going
yes,
on.
Definitely. Especially all football players, not just specialist asshole. Okay, that's 2 points right there. You almost lose Ollie Straw. The Aussie. Yeah, at least.
And he changed the field too. They had good returners, and his location on his punts was next level. So it was, it was really neat. And it was neat about the crowd. I tell everybody, there were 60,000. That's what the stadium holds. I think there was actually about 65,000 there because there's like 4,000 in the end zone. But 10 years from now, there'll be 600,000 that say they were there. Which is really
Amen.
That kind of atmosphere.
On that note, BA's got a question for you.
Yeah, Coach, do you think this is going to be the hardest week you have as a coach? I know going back when I was at Temple, we had a big win, and, the guys didn't come down until Thursday. Well, that's too late. We just missed 2 days. And get your guys. I know you probably already had one good practice, and how's practice going the rest of the week?
Yeah, that's the perfect point, BA. It's like yesterday we have 1 day off. It's Mondays for them. So Sunday we had a walkthrough, and I could tell they were still high off the game kind of deal and excited. And we turned the page a little bit. But Tuesday and Wednesday, today's practice, tomorrow's practice is get after it. And so I don't mind yelling anyway, but there's probably a feeling that I'll be into today's practice in their grill a little bit if I need to. It doesn't bother me at all. But so today and tomorrow will be the true test. But you're right, this will be the challenge, and it didn't bother me at all.
I can't wait for you the patting on your back to can stab you with the whole
pat him on the ass, sit in the hand, that kind of deal. Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those days. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah.
Get pissed down my back, tell me it's raining, all that kind of stuff. Yep.
Yep. Headlines. Oh, look who's good. Somebody's a good football player. Oh, Nico. Oh, yeah. I cannot. I hope you're mic'd up today. Obviously. Raquel will control what gets out and what does not get out. I think she's doing a great job, by the way. You should tell her that. And I saw Miss Rita celebrating thereafter. I think that was probably a big win for her as well, if I had to guess, for the entire family there.
Yeah, the family was there. And we, the family was here was nice. And I had some buddies of mine that came from Arizona, some buddies of mine from in town, and we smoked we smoked some good cigars till about midnight, and then we all realized, damn, we're hungry. I hadn't ate since 8 a.m. And like, what the hell's open? And so there's an Applebee's like a mile away at 12 o'clock, and thankfully the chef was still there. So we kind of barged in there and ate some Applebee's at 12 o'clock at night, had a grand time.
I'll tell you what, if you have an Applebee's that has a chef.
Okay, a cook maybe? Yeah.
And a bartender, the main thing, brother.
Yeah, bingo, brother. Man, we should be pit. We're having a good time out here. Hey, somebody sent me a video from your cigar smoking session. I don't have the number saved, but it looked like it was a great time. You guys were literally, I got a video from it from a number I do not have saved. And I was so happy you were enjoying the moment, though. I want to let you know that.
All coaches, you try to move on to the next one, but like shit, for 4 or 5 hours after that one, I wasn't thinking about anybody or anything other than my friends and what just happened.
Yeah, let's go to Applebee's here.
Hell yeah.
It's good enough for MCDC. It's good enough for me. Let's go to Hammer. Todd. AP Todd has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. Earlier we were talking with BA how he kind of split up the season into quarters. You guys just ended non-conference. You're about to get into your tough conference schedule. So does your thinking, how you're coaching the kids, does that change at all? How do you break up the season now that you're into the conference schedule?
Yeah, for us, it worked out just perfectly with our 3 non-conference games being in the first quarter. I said the first quarter is over. There was some good, some bad, a lot of stuff that we're learning, get better from. And now we have our conference play on the road, and we play a team that's really athletic. It's had an open date, 2 weeks to get ready, and a home opener for them in the conference. So it's going to be a big challenge. So maybe being on the road, I think somebody already said we're like 14-point underdogs or something like that. So. We go out there and got something to prove again this weekend.
Oh, I think somebody said we're 2 touchdowns. I think somebody said. Did somebody say that? Somebody said that, the boys will know that we got no chance this week.
Yeah, got no chance, I hope we can get a first down. I hope that, everybody comes out of the game healthy, that kind of deal.
Be a fun trip out there. Beautiful campus, too. They got a big investment from their boosters.
They have a huge investment. You could tell, $300 million donation or something, and they're putting it back in their athletic program, so it's neat.
Yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to compete out there. Ty actually has a question about that.
Yeah, Coach, on that note, Pete Thamel put out a tweet, I think yesterday, that basically said, hey, West Virginia has they've pledged that they're going to be in the top funding tier of the Big 12. Like, obviously, as a coach, that's a big part of it now is, not only the recruiting but the fundraising. Was there a conversation there where it was just like, hey, listen, we can say whatever we want, but at the end of the day, like, if we can't compete money-wise, then guess what? Like, we're not going to compete for Big 12 championships. And how good does this feel knowing that you have the pledge from the university that's like, you know what? We're going to take care of that aspect.
Yeah, you got to be. As a coach, you want everybody to be aligned in the same thinking. Whether it's your administration, your board, your coaches, your players, and everybody like that. And we're running a business now. Let's be honest. And it's a business, and it's an expensive business. And if you want to compete at the highest level, you got to make an investment financially, and that's why I feel good about our administration. I feel good about our board, is they know that that's what's got to happen. And you're seeing what's happening at Virginia Tech, and they're trying to do the same. They're trying to get everybody aligned the same way. I'm just blessed that we're aligned here, and that we got great support, and we got people like Pat and everybody else that loves this school that's going to help us compete in this new era that we're going to be in, because we're running a business now, and we've got to have the financial resources to compete at the highest level.
On that note, this logo is beautiful. It goes great on a hat. You can certainly buy any of these hats. They are available everywhere. And the Fat Package shirts, PHAT, will certainly
PHAT.
that will certainly be available as well around the holidays. Maybe some Black Friday specials if you need it. Like you have had that mindset though, and I think it's maybe because you're at Jack State or whatever. Like, hey, we got to drum up. We got to do this. We got to run this as a business. I think you've been very forward thinking in this entire thing. And is that because you're had to go through a smaller school in this era and keep it all, or why do you think you are that way?
I think just more than anything, Pat, every coach would say, what do I got to do to win? You know, what does it take to win? It used to be, well, you got to recruit at a high level, which obviously you still got to do. You got to evaluate at a high level. Now you better make sure you evaluate the right ones if you're going to pay them a certain amount of money. And you got to be able to have, schemes that can help you win. If you're competitive enough, like what's the rules? What are the rules that we got to have to follow? And then how do we take advantage of these rules to be as good as we can be? What does it take to win? What does it take to win? It's as simple as that. What does it take to win? And if you don't press that part as a coach, you can just say, well, tell me this is all we got and just accept it, then you're not going to be coaches that think they can outsmart people and win because they're going to be smarter than you are going to be the ones that aren't going to be doing it for long. You better know what the hell you're doing, but you also better have a whole lot of help to get you there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm excited to see what you grow out there. Hard Edge is back. Proved it this past weekend. And on that note, with the ever-changing everything, it's a whole new world than it was maybe 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, we're talking about much more of a business now than ever. But more important than anything, we talked about it kind of with the Pittsburgh Steelers and that defense, is the trust and kind of that team building. How do you kind of expedite or speed up that process with all these new players and now, like you said, entering into this conference play now? How do you do that in this era?
Yeah, everybody says, well, nowadays you can't coach the guys as hard as you want to because they're getting paid and they can transfer. I'm like, you can coach them harder because they're getting paid. They got more to lose now if they're not playing or if they're not maximizing their abilities. And so I tell our guys, sometimes you got to tell them why you're getting on their ass a little bit and all that, where in the past you just tell them and they'd follow you. But our culture, I told our coaches, and it's still true because we know there's going to be some tough moments in this first year or so. I said, we cannot sacrifice our culture. We can't ever have a guy be lazy and soft and not say something, or a guy not do his best and let it go because we're afraid to hurt his feelings or afraid of whatever financial ramification might be, but he might be leaving, whatever. You got to have the right process and the right culture, no matter who it is. And once they understand that and they're part of it, then they'll be the ones that help you make sure that's held every day. That the new guys, right now they're all new, so everybody's got to learn it. But eventually it'll be just a handful of new guys every year that have to learn the way we do stuff.
Do you have anybody hosting any camaraderie building cookouts at the end of training camp? Any of those types of situations, that maybe the entire city comes to? And, the football team celebrates in a front yard with the entire campus at the end of training camp. Any of that type of stuff happening?
No, hell, when our guys get an hour or two of free time, I realize they like to have their free time. I don't have a lot of long meetings. I don't have a lot of long talks or anything like that. It's like, most of the guys I talk to is, hey, you got a couple hours free time? That's valuable to you. Go have your free time.
Yeah, and maybe have a party, too. Let the boys enjoy it. Don't be setting any couches on fire, though. They're finding kids.
Yeah.
All right.
They're finding you, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like money being taken out of anybody's pockets. Certainly have a good time, but let's also protect the city. Okay, we appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. We will continue digitally on YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and TikTok Live. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye. You see that? Did you see that countdown at the bottom? Oh, good wave. Look at you. You fucking hit a wave.
Wow.
We're still live. We're still live. We're still live. That is a good wave, though. That looked very, very natural there. Yeah.
Presidential wave.
Yeah, just trying to get a first down and nail the fucking wave on the way out of the entire thing. Coach, I was so happy watching the end of that game. There are a lot of moments where I wasn't. And then Ohio, obviously the week before, like what a gut punch to the entire thing. And I think AJ was trying to reference this as well. After you win and you prove that your style can win, players more naturally buy in, I think. Like, I think it's like our hard work paid off. Like when you see success for all the shit that you're going through, you're more naturally to want to continue to do that, I think. So whenever a game like Ohio happens, and I think they got a great team, Navarro gets hurt against Ohio State. That's a whole different story. If he doesn't get hurt, I think they're a good team. But a game like that can be devastating to a build of a culture, I think, from outside looking in, especially with what it was with Neil Brown versus what your culture is. I think it can create or generate a potential, a lot of people going, I'm not doing all this shit. It's not working. After that Pitt game, was there a sense of like justification or fulfillment maybe from the boys from all the hard work? Because I know the shit is not easy compared to anything else that they've done in the past.
I think so, because of just being in the locker room. There's nothing like a winning locker room. You guys all know that, the winning locker room. But the number of guys and players that came up to me and was hugging me and saying, Coach, I just absolutely love it here. I love what we're doing. You know what I mean? That was unprompted. They didn't have to say that. And I told her, guys, it's not totally ingrained in the program like it needs to be. I mean, it's getting there, and I got a great staff and everything like that. But it's still a process to get it to where the hard edge, if that's what you want to call it, mentality is ingrained in our guys every day, every minute of every day, no matter the game or whatever it is. And that's the process that we got to go through. One game's not going to change that. But one game sure in hell can make a difference, and I think that's what this game should be able to do for us.
How about you hitting getting after it out there, letting the boys know we got a little wiggle. We got a little wiggle under this West Virginia Southern hick accent in here.
Yeah. We don't dance on TikTok, but in the winning locker room, we'll dance our ass off.
Cheers, Bears, Mountaineers. Congrats. It was great to watch you, and I'm happy you're enjoying the moment while also understanding we got to get a first down against a team that's 2 touchdown favorites against us.
Touchdown. Yep.
2 touchdowns.
At Kansas.
2 tuds.
2 touchdowns. We'll be ready.
You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the West Virginia Mountaineer football team, Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. He's fucking
Let's go.
Yep, he's fucking hilarious. Dude.
Hilarious.
Love him.
The fat thing. Yeah. That was incredible.
And the reason why I enjoyed it so much is because hearing him say that about somebody in real time in practice is one of the most, I would assume, scary things for said fat person, but also from everybody else, hilarious delivery. And like the reason why I think sports coaches feel this is because being in shape is a massive piece of Rich Rodriguez's entire thing. Like the reason why those guys were hurt so often is because West Virginia is running. Like, you got to be in good shape to be a part of that offense. Like, that is just what it is. All offseason, I think they only did 6 hills at Law School Hill. We're doing like 12 of those back in the day. Big guys, DN, like we are conditioned, this team. I stopped playing soccer, okay? Had way more offers to play soccer than I did for football. Only had a few for football after a kicking camp down in Florida after I won it. And I'm like, you know what? Got a strong leg. The thing I don't love about soccer is having to run 7 miles. I'm a little heavy, my knees. It's not I love kicking a ball though. Like I enjoy, boom, football. This is the fucking avenue. Then I get dropped into the West Virginia football strength and conditioning program, a month out of high school before the season starts. And I'm running more than I've ever run in my entire life. I mean, people are puking around me and I'm still in soccer shape. So I look good at all these things. But I remember thinking to myself, like, this is fucking way worse than soccer ever was. This is a fucking nightmare. And that's like a part of what Rich's thing is. Hard edge is like, we're going to be in better shape than you. We're going to be tougher than you. And we're just going to pound the shit out. Like, that is the mindset that he is trying to create. So whenever he calls a guy fat ass, that is you are fucking the entire team. You're right there because we can't depend on you. Now, I assume he's going to say it's because of the modern generation. We still got guys that just stay fat somehow. So him having to use, all right, you want to be fat? You think we'll fucking put you in the back? Yeah. I want 10 fatzos out here. Just moving meat is what he said. I feel like whenever he thought of the idea, he had such an epiphany.
Yeah.
Yes. All these fatzos are now for good, not for bad. What he means, though, is heavy and can move. And he's not scared to do that. He'll do that right down the entire field. That was my first time seeing him do that. And then as soon as I saw it have success, I'm like, Rich will run that play 30 straight times from his own goal line all the way to your goal line,
Yes.
if it works, because that's like what he wants to do. What a coach. You know him, obviously, through a lot of different situations, and he was out in Arizona whenever you were coaching the Cardinals, and obviously mentioned the lake out there in Georgia that a lot of you guys live on, and it sounds like a great time. But I think in the football world, also a lot of respect for everything he's done. The spread offense that we ran back at West Virginia, I think he started all the way back at Glenville State, maybe in the entirety. Like,
He invented tempo.
okay,
People talk about tempo. They're all copying Rich Rod. I mean, that's the guy that said, we're not stopping. Next play's up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And all these young coaches, okay, this is the way to play football. And it's kind of just took over college football. And he's always been successful. He's always been a great coach.
he's a dog too.
Yeah.
Every day he's a dog. 5:30 a.m. he's on the stepper in the middle of the weight room. So when you roll in there at 5:40 for your 6 a.m. workout, there's a guy already glistening in the back. He's got a towel over his shoulders, and it is max difficulty, max speed, and you just see him back there. And it's like, that is the one that's leading the pack here. He was supposed to be a drill instructor. He was supposed to be, especially his way with words. He can piece swear words together better than anybody in history. And I did wonder if the modern era would be good for Rich Rod or not. I thought maybe he wouldn't be able to coach. And the way he talks is like, maybe not all guys, but like our guys, you rally around that type of stuff.
Oh, definitely, man. These kids love discipline. They really do.
The guys that are great.
Yes, and they just don't bullshit them. Don't bullshit them. Rich is always going to say the truth. It's going to hurt. He's going to hug you later and make sure you're okay. But if you're a fat ass, you ain't going to be one for long.
Or you're not going to be a part of the program.
Yeah, one of the two.
You're going to be a part of the 4 touchdowns that we score with your package. But literally, you're in there just as a shield, a meat shield, literally for everybody else. But he is.
Hey, yo.
Almost got 3,000 pounds.
What's going on?
A meat show is crazy.
Well, that's in his head. When he drew that fucker up, it was a big circle. What is that? That's our fat ass offensive lineman. What's that? That's another one. What's that one fucker? 3 what? 90?
Cheeseburger way.
Fucking put him right there.
Another one.
Fucking what's that one rookie that? Yep, put him there. And then somebody was like, Coach, there's 6 more. I fucking know. We're putting them here. We're putting them fucking here. We're putting them fucking here. And then we're fucking stacking them here and here. And then what are you gonna do with the ball? We're gonna fucking run it. That's what we're gonna do.
What do you mean?
And they did it.
Yeah.
This thing showed up on my television screen, and I started dying laughing. I'm like, of course, the tush push now is just it's evolving.
Take me off the field.
You.
Yeah.
Get another backer here. Get another safety here. Get
And
me out of here.
the beauty be one of them fat son bitches will be able to catch.
Yes.
And he'll catch a touchdown pass if he blocks really well.
Well, and also, if he got a guy, he'll give him a little treat. Hey, you do this good.
Yeah.
You do this good. You'll do one of these.
Be the old fridge.
And then all of a sudden, we got one of these right at the back of the end zone because everybody's coming up. But that's going to be a few weeks of just
Oh, yeah.
Pinding.
a lot of this right there. Kansas, he loves that they're 2 touchdown underdogs.
That's a lot.
Just going to try. Yeah, they got $300 million. He knew exactly. Yeah, I think they got $300 million donation. I think they got Lance Leipold, great coach out there. Yeah, they got it all figured out. Beautiful. It's our home opener.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great environment. Yeah. 2
Hell of a
touchdowns.
quarterback to stop, too. Hell of a quarterback to stop.
6-year Jalen there. Did he get hurt? No.
I don't believe so.
No, it was the other Jalen
I hope
Davis.
not.
The other Jalen Davis.
Jay Den.
There's a lot of
A lot of
that.
names.
Yeah, it is. Especially, I'll tell you what, game day, beginning of the season,
Boy.
Just swimming.
Onslaught.
every once, I know the last name, and I think I know what the first name sounds like. And then I'm like, not going with it, going with last name, not doing it. And it's like that. Those decisions are happening every single sentence, just as we go. That is a lot of fun to learn about all the new storylines. Like game day, literally, get the rundown on Friday for what the show is going to be or whatever, and then Friday night is just like, what team am I learning about tonight, or teams, and then like watching all the movement that has taken place and all the things that have happened. It's so much fun to learn all these storylines. I think the NIL and the transfer portal is making the sport more electrifying, And I think free agency, obviously, is something in the NFL that is highly regarded. Free agency frenzy is one of the biggest days of our offseason. It's a Monday. It's at noon. We got counter-programmed because maybe we couldn't handle it or something like that. Yep. But that's how big of a day it is in the world. In college, if they're able to get this free agency right, okay, and they have a window that is actually a part of it. Now you're talking about college football having a similar to the NFL football of a year-round. They can set up this calendar where college football can start becoming year-round excitement as well. I think we're just at the beginning. I know college football has a lot of tradition, been around a long time. It is incredible. We are very lucky that we get a chance to be a part of college football at all. I feel that way. We feel that way as a whole. With the amount of history, pageantry, tradition, it is different than any other sport in America. It is the greatest sports cults in the world is college football ones. Hooligans in soccer, I get it. It's your entire town. I agree. You guys are very passionate and very entertaining. That's like what, 40,000 max? 30,000, 40,000 max?
Something
Gumpy?
like that.
What?
The bigger stadiums, they're growing, but not up to 100,000, no.
We got 102,000 is what Tennessee was. It's the 8th largest in the world. It's the 3rd largest in the SEC. So it's like the college fans are just like insane. So I don't want to say that we're just at the beginning of what could be for college football, because obviously there's deep history, a lot of it. But it's like in this modern world, I think what college football is going to be able, it's only going to, ratings up 21% week 1, probably another 20% week 2. It's like they can always, this free agency has made teams good out of nowhere and has a lot of storylines kind of develop on it. Like Song of Politelli's free agency is going to be must follow.
Anywhere he wants to go.
And it's like that. He's not the only one. There's going to be other guys in there. College football has a chance here, I think, to be. I'm not saying it hasn't had a chance, but I'm just saying can really cement itself as the number 2 sport in the world. Like NFL, soccer, I know. I mean, you get it. Number 2 sport in America by far is like NFL football number 1, college football number 2, and then everything else. I think we're in a good time for ball.
Yeah, I hope they made the right decision. Like, I feel like it's kind of right there, very plain and simple. But you mentioned like the college football history. I just worry about the NCAA. Like, there has never been a time where there's been like, oh, NCAA has done a good thing again. That's
yeah, but we're in a new era.
New era. We are with the same people up there.
No, new people.
Got Charlie
Baker. Yes, great. I got no faith, unfortunately. But
they might have no say.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they don't.
They don't. Listen to this is the first time he spoke about this. 20 years as a college coach.
They have no say. NCAA is basically toast. I mean, it's going to be the Big Ten, Big SEC, whatever the other 2 conferences. Those commissioners are taking over football.
Yeah, but when are those TV contracts up again? We just looked at this. Like, they might be toast, but it's still another 8 years.
2032.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the NCAA ain't saying shit to Sankey and those guys. They're running college football now.
NCAA coming up to Sankey. We're gonna need you to look into what's the school. I'm gonna need you to look into a lot of other shit.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
how about that?
We got it discovered.
Yeah, what do you guys run? Oh, the one that everybody hates. We are the one that everybody. Why don't you let us maybe look into this? Petiti also with the Big Ten, incredibly, I think good at his job, but also knows that he has a lot of say and power.
Yep.
I believe Sankey and Petiti are on the same side of a lot of things, a lot of issues. I think they understand that. Big 12 commissioner, I think he's
in it too. He's in it with Sankey and Petiti.
And the ACC commissioner, there was one drive down North Carolina where they were almost the strongest conference in all football.
That's right.
And he knew that.
He still hold on to that.
Still got Florida State and Miami in there. So
Agreed.
I don't think Clemson's dead, but they're close.
They're dead, Bruce. That boy's dead.
I think he can stay at Clemson for however long he wants, and who knows what the future looks like post Cade Klubnik. I think. How many years is this last year for Cade Klubnik?
It's got to be.
It's been there for 10.
Yeah. I just hope it's Dabo.
To be honest, it's only his 3rd year starting. Did he start as a true freshman? Is what I'm trying to remember.
Yes, he did. Remember?
So
Notre
yeah,
Dame
I mean, I
game,
guess he could actually.
DJ, he took over for DJ.
Yeah.
Let's go one more year down there.
That's right.
It'd just be sweet for a fresh start. Like, I think it'd be like not, hey, Dabo, it's time to go, run him out of town, but more so like splitting for both of them. Like, hey, this has been fun. I think maybe I should go back home to Alabama and coach the Tide and then see what happens.
Clemson still has everything in front of them. They're the reigning ACC champs, okay, is what Dabo would say.
Mm-hmm.
Can we all relax real quick?
And Bama ain't dead either.
Yeah, Bama ain't dead either.
Bama looking good.
Out of there.
We've seen it.
No, they're not.
Did you see Ryan Williams on that?
Yeah.
That was.
I've seen Ryan
Reggie
Williams
Bush.
do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this.
Football field.
You see him do this right here?
I've seen him do this, yeah. Does he have...
Two guys dead. Big Ten.
Does he have the same...
Wisconsin stinks.
Did you see that? They were counting this as a part of the Big Ten SEC football battle.
Yeah,
Were you seeing it?
Yeah, and it wasn't. I mean, like...
Did you see that, AJ?
Yeah, I don't know if that's
technically
totally
it
true.
is.
That's Big Ten SEC class.
But AJ
right.
knows too. Like when he was playing, like when I was in school too. Like Wisconsin was awesome. Like they've sucked for 5
They
years.
were scary. They were scary
Yeah,
back in the
exactly.
day. Their offense was awesome. They were mean and they ran the ball.
Okay, so I understand what you all are saying, and for that reason, what you're saying about Wisconsin being a perennial, through it all. They're reviewing this as SEC Big Ten. They put it on the stats.
Yeah.
They say this is if we're going to keep score here between the North and the South in football. Wisconsin's representing the Big Ten. That's what they say.
No, I get it. Let's keep track in December. Okay, let's keep track when it matters, not fucking week 2, week 3. I mean, who gives a shit?
Well, they're saying the SEC.
They all matter.
Yeah.
Oklahoma gets a big win.
I get it. Do we want to look back at what Ohio State did to Tennessee when it mattered most? They fucking embarrassed them like you would not believe. And that was kind of our whole thing was, hey, this is cool. This kind of shit when it's hot outside. When it's, negative temperatures and you got to go up north and there's maybe snow on the ground and maybe the ground's frozen. Is it the same thing?
So that is an interesting conversation piece that's going to start around college football playoff, and I will certainly be a part of it, where the conversation has always been the SEC team's far superior, okay? We got 300+ thousand stadiums down here, places packed out, history of football down here. During COVID, you guys didn't want to play. You remember Big Ten said we're not playing. Kevin Warren, president of the Chicago Bears, said us and the Ivy League aren't playing. Everybody should give us a round of applause. Greg Sankey said, hold the applause for me then. We're playing football. So that's the difference between the SEC and Big Ten. It's how people in the SEC feel. Then you start looking at the 5 stars and where a lot of these recruits come from. The SEC for a long time has said, if they were to play, what would the sportsbook say are the favorites strictly off the rosters? What has now been entered into evidence is, well, maybe you can't have 11 5-star 4-2 runners on the field for Big Ten teams because it becomes 4 degrees outside. And football is a little bit different. So whenever you're judging rosters, does the 4-2, 4-3 across the board matter as much? Because the Big Ten team's saying, are you able to run like that when it's frozen? And also, when we start hitting you in this freezing, does it matter? 2 different footballs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These are 2 different styles of football completely that have to be judged at the end of the day on who's better. That is a wild scene. Because if Ohio State has to go down to Tennessee, what happens?
Yeah, they might get stomped. Who knows? I mean, I doubt it. I think
Ohio State was on the run.
Ohio State's the
Not
one
that team.
Yeah, exactly. They were the one team.
Just look at the 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Will Howard versus.
Yeah, but at that time, Will Howard.
The forgotten man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico Iamaleava.
Forgotten man. He's looking to transfer again.
But Ohio State is also one of those teams who could compete in the SEC. Like
Agreed.
they're an
always have
SEC
been,
school.
In the North, which is what everybody talks about. But it's that Northern football. Who gets a home field?
It makes a difference.
It is a huge
And
ordeal.
we'll see,
Different world. It's a different sport. I think about playing in September and 72-degree weather compared to what we were at Ohio State when they played Tennessee. Like, there's some guys that the second they walk out on your team, they walk out of that tunnel for warm-ups, and they're already done. They already quit. Like, well, I hope somebody else makes a play because I'm sure as hell not making anything today. Like, that legit happens.
Yeah,
never playing those games.
Go ahead, D-Buck.
We almost never had, really, because, season will be over. And once you go bowl season, those are in warm weather states and cities for the most part. So I played at UConn, and I rarely played in, snow. I don't think I ever played in a snow game or, below 20 degrees or anything like that. So, yeah, it changes everything. And then in NIL as well, that kind of killed the SEC's,
Coach Saban talked about that, about how the
NIL,
territorial
Yep.
advantage that the SEC had with the amount of dudes coming out of different states.
Yep.
Pockets, South Carolina, Louisiana, Florida, obviously in a big way. Georgia, Tyler Atkinson, we just met him. He's 6'4", 225 as a high schooler. It's like these pockets of talent across the South that exist, obviously, and obviously the North has places as well. But they used to want to stay home, want to stay around family, want to kind of represent. Now Penn State shows up and goes, home's cool, right? We can build a new home, can't we? How much money they offer? We got $2 million more a year. Is that what you want? We can get it. Yeah, sure. We'll build. Yeah, your family come up. We got a house for them too. Now all of a sudden you're close to home.
Yeah.
Now you got a new home. It's Happy Valley. Congratulations, we're paying you. Oregon. You ever been west of Alabama? Nope. You ever been west of the Mississippi? Nope. Oh, come on out here. Fly all the way out here. Come on out. This is Uncle Phil. He founded Nike. These are all the uniforms you're going to be wearing. This is the Nike deal you'll have whenever you become an NFL player. And oh yeah, we can move your family out here, and this is the amount of money that we are willing to pay you if you would like to do that. I don't know what LSU is offering. I know Brian Kelly's a great ball coach and everything like that, but we're just telling you this is also an option. It has evened the playing field.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Oh, it's changed it totally.
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the college football playoff chatter, especially if Notre Dame goes on a run.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I just
They
don't.
win out
by 40 every game. They got USC, they got Pitt still, they got Stanford, Boston College.
By 40. They win out and they win some of these big ones they're in.
What big ones?
USC.
Man, USC.
The Jewel Shillelagh game.
Syracuse.
Pitt's a big game, right?
They're very good. Pitt is very good.
USC loses 2 games and that game's done.
But they're not going to. People are saying USC not being treated with enough respect.
I bet their schedule is much tougher than this if we look at their side of it in the Big Ten.
AJ, to what you said there about them getting in, that is exactly what Tone said as well. If they win all these games on primetime television, everybody sees it, it's going to be hard at the end of the year to win a fight, or there's going to be too many people fighting for the Irish Catholics, I would assume.
Yes.
But they need a lot of these teams to win games.
They got to score 40 once before they can do it twice.
Yeah.
That's what they got to do, though, Coach. That's what they got to do.
Carrying Notre Dame's water.
Tone, is that what you're saying? Tone was carrying
all
it?
of us.
What are you saying? We're saying no way they get in.
You're saying that.
Tone's saying they're yeah. Tone, you're saying they're in, huh?
I mean, it's the exact same as last year. So I don't know what they made it last year, right? Am I wrong?
They lose. Who were the 2 last year they lost to?
They only lost to Northern Illinois. So yes, 1 loss versus 2. But I think a loss to Miami and A&M is better than 1 loss to Northern Illinois.
Depending upon how Miami and Texas A&M end up.
Let's say Miami 1 loss or undefeated, which is definitely doable, and then A&M's got 3.
I like Texas A&M's team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was going to pick them over Notre Dame. I don't know if I told a story on the show or not. I walk into the production room, give picks, and I'm like, Texas A&M over Notre Dame. Is everybody picking that? They're like, nobody's picking that. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Nobody? This is, yeah, nobody. I'm like, holy fuck. Georgia Tech over Clemson? Everybody's feeling this way? Nope. Oh, fuck. Obviously, West Virginia over Pitt. There's a couple people that Coach Saban's got to be pulling for West Virginia. Nope. He's picking Pitt, too. What? Everybody's fucking picking? Holy shit. Boy, it would have been nice if Tennessee wins that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because they posted this. Said, hey, he went lone wolf multiple times and actually got it right. And then the comments immediately were just, who's that coming down the track? Oh, what did he say about the Tennessee-Georgia game? What did he pick? Did he pick the Bulldogs? Did he pick Georgia to beat Tennessee? No, he picked Tennessee. Fuck him. That's what everybody said. And they're right. They're 100% right. We got to make that kick. We can't.
Oh, boy. I felt so bad for that kid.
Hypo, 5-yard penalty. 7 seconds left. Just kick it at 7 seconds. What are we doing? What? Hypo will learn, obviously, from that situation going forward. But if you go out to run a play with 7 seconds, I guess to get it down below 5 seconds, so it's definitely the last play of the game or whatever, so you have a walk-off, I get it. But if a penalty happens, I think you got to commit to the bit there. I think you got to throw that fucker out of bounds. I think you got to get the bad juju from the penalty away from the field goal kicking operation right there, personally.
Yeah, just take the ball, throw it out of bounds, kill 4 seconds.
Boom. Then get the kicker to come out.
You don't throw it to anybody, just throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, because it's not after a penalty. A penalty backing up is the worst thing that can happen for a kicker. Ball moving further away. You got a harder shot. So I think you just need to separate that from, even if a nothing play, I think you just need to separate from the vibes. But nonetheless, make the kick and they win. Tennessee's still very good at football this year. That was a fun game to watch. That was an electrifying game. And that kicker bounced back in overtime and hit the same kick. Proud of him for doing that. But that was a great game that I thought Tennessee was going to win. And inevitably, Kirby Smart still got the dogs down there in Georgia.
Pretty crazy. It happened to Sagapolatelli's team in Cal. They were playing the Gophers, Minnesota, and they were in like a dogfight. It was 0-0 or 7-0 with like a minute left, and Minnesota scores. And Cal, trying to score right before the half, they go all the way down. There's 7 seconds on the clock, and they just run a 5-yard out, get a little extra room, and then they make a field goal like barely by doing that. And it's like that situation happened on I want to say it was Friday night, not Saturday night, but it might have been Saturday. But just thinking of that and then not happening on
Tennessee
the biggest in the biggest game, you would think.
Yeah, but you gotta remember all that's happening so quick.
All
that shit's happening so quick. It is like very much in the moment. You don't expect somebody to false start Like, hey, there's 7 seconds left, bro. Let's not fucking. What are we doing here?
Fucking Georgia Tech. We didn't even talk about that. Their fire drill.
One of the best.
Them running out to beat Clemson.
Perfect execution. Yes, perfect execution.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, by the way, I love what they are cooking out there. Yeah, 23 seconds at this time, 3rd and 4, fourth quarter. You got no timeouts. No, you got to run a NASCAR situation. Fire drill is whenever there's a bad snap. NASCAR here. Going to have full time to take steps probably. Yep, takes a little 3 steps back. Going to be a big one here, brother. To beat Clemson in front of your crowd. 55 yards, snap, hold. Give me that. What a kick. What a win. What a game for Georgia Tech. And I would like to let the world know, or reiterate what I said on Saturday. Haynes King doing that interview with us while he was spinning it in the middle of his warm-ups, keeping his train of thought while also communicating with wide receivers on what routes to run and the person getting him the ball. This guy, this is a Sunday guy.
Yeah.
That felt like a Sunday guy whenever I was watching that. And I literally was picking Clemson, and then we did that interview, and immediately afterwards I'm like, I'm betting on that guy right there to beat them. I like the cut of his jib. I like what Georgia Tech has become down there.
Coach Key's done a hell of a job. And, man, just go back to that Georgia game last year, 6 overtimes, whatever it was?
Yeah.
That was almost the program changer. I think this game's the program changer for Tech.
I think him coming in on game day and having that interview made me this was awesome. I mean, he was just so casual.
I love when you guys do this. One of my favorite parts of the entire show.
Yeah, but usually it's ass.
Right.
You know, usually.
Well, the Tech was really good for this one.
Yeah, because usually there's a delay, or usually people are a little bit too intense or locked in, and it's kind of like going around. I'm not saying ass, like it's a good conversation, but it does feel like very forced. It's very it's not smooth. The way he was just going through his drills, it didn't feel like we were impeding on his pregame, which sometimes it feels like when we're talking to people. Yeah. It's like, oh, he's still getting his work done, still getting warm. And also, how fucking confident is this guy? And this is game day against Clemson.
Yeah.
This is huge game for him, and he's just locked in.
That close. 103,000.
Yeah, it was like Billy Napier when you did.
I know. Did he almost hit that?
It looked close.
I couldn't see it. The TV we were looking at was real small, so I was waiting for a reaction from others, and everybody went, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Is that a hit or not a hit?" And then
I was waiting to hear it, but it looked like it was close.
Haynes King definitely was close.
Yeah,
he probably nicked it.
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we'll wrap up all the stories we haven't covered, and we'll celebrate BA a little bit.
Oh yeah.
In his brain. All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Take 5.
We're still bringing it. I light every bridge I see here just to watch it burn. If you've seen all the hell I've seen, it make your stomach turn. I think you know why I do what I do when I do.
Started with 133 teams vying for one of these coveted 12 spots for this 12-team playoff, and it came down to 2 teams in the great state of Indiana kicking this entire thing off.
I might drink a little, I might smoke a lot, counting down the good times, staring down the clock, throw some high.
The best year of college football that it's ever had is about to have the greatest playoff it's ever had, and it all starts right here in front of Touchdown Jesus and his beautiful Irish people. And I think if you say, "Go Irish!" The Hoosiers! They'll do that all night. If you make this kick, I will double his kick to $500,000. I will also donate $250,000 to a charity of Chris Daly's choosing. Yeah, let it go, man.
Oh, God.
Not terrible. Not terrible. Proud of you. One kick, $750,000. The Lord is watching you. Man down. Man down.
That's all right.
$1 million. And there's a bunch of that have invaded.
There's a lot of them.
We don't just beat top 25 teams, we beat the shit out of them. Okay. Google here.
The one thing you didn't learn from me is talking all the shit you talk.
Welcome to the most electrifying atmosphere in all of sport. I know European soccer fans are wild.
That's hilarious. Hell yeah, AJ. You earned that, buddy. Hey.
Why?
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig. Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this BA Day, September 16th, 2025, hour 3 of the program begins now. Football!
Love that.
Yeah.
That's
Great.
a nice little.
It is.
Yeah.
That's 47-year football coach Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler. The Talks
Yes,
the Table
sir.
at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. That man right there is AJ Hawk. And live from Hammer, Dahn is AP Tone. Tone, great work on the college ball
Thank
wrap
you,
up.
brother.
We did a lot of college talk there. Let's do some Tom Brady talk, shall we? Oh, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
This guy who has obviously seen it all, done it all, and obviously experienced it all. A man who will be remembered as the greatest football player of all time because of how many rings he has won. And the way he went about doing his business is that of perfection. It's called the Patriot way. More so the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick way. Now Tom Brady, former player and owner of an NFL team. We, as ex-players, are all incredibly pumped for him. Hey, baby, Tommy!
Boy, Tom.
Tommy, the greatest of all time, also committed to becoming a color commentator for NFL games in a big-time spot. Number one guy for NFL on Fox. We appreciate the GOAT giving back to the sport and teaching us the way he views football. Hey, baby, Tommy!
Tommy!
Love it, Tom. Thank you.
Now, those things kind of battle against each other when Tom Brady is an active NFL owner, not just a angel investor, not just a laissez-faire owner. This dude is on the horn, a part of game planning, allegedly with Chip Kelly 3 to 5 times a week. And then when the interviews were happening for the coaches and everything for this new era of the Las Vegas Raiders, Tom Brady was the one doing the interviews with Pete Carroll, amongst others, to kind of run that team. So last night, primetime, Las Vegas, we see Tom Brady up in the coach's booth with a goddamn headset on and a suit.
Whoa.
The suit is a headset on sitting right next to an assistant on the offensive side. He can obviously drop in at any time and tell Chip Kelly, hey, I don't fucking like it. Why aren't we scoring any points? The Chargers defense is really good. Oh, are they? Everybody's really good. It's the NFL. And if he wants to call a fucking play from up there, if he wants to drop in and say some things, he certainly can. Is what everybody assumes as soon as we see him in the coach's booth with the headset on. And we know that that booth, with all those microphones on the sides of everybody's head, speaks directly to the sideline. This guy's a part of game planning. This guy's a part of play calling. This guy's a part of hiring. This guy's a part of strategizing.
Wait a minute.
This guy also was part of the New England Patriots that had how many gates happening at certain times throughout their run of their dynasty? A lot of them. We ain't letting this fucking guy in our building to let him do his color commentating bullshit. It was a big deal last year. It was a big conversation piece. Then it kind of just got wiped under the rug. Then kind of we move on. He got paid $375 million to call games. He's the greatest of all time. We're going to let him call games. Let him do that. Now it has been reissued, basically, from the NFL. Just a reminder, as everybody starts heating up the conversation, Tom Brady's not allowed in these buildings. Remember, we allowed him in the production meetings via Zoom or FaceTime, but he's not allowed in the buildings. He's not allowed to walk around them. Because the conversation immediately led to him sitting in that booth with the headset on, to all these coaches around the league not wanting this guy to know anything about their team. But he's about to call the game. He has to know about your team. We don't give a fuck, okay? He's got the Bears, I guess, coming up in a couple weeks. Guess who else got the Bears in a couple weeks? The team that he owns and the team that he strategizes for. So Ben Johnson is obviously not somebody that is kind of loosey-goosey. I think he's pretty... I assume he's not going to say shit to Tom in these meetings. How do you view this all going for Tom Brady? And should we have expected him to be this hands-on whenever he was named an owner of the Las Vegas Raiders?
Oh, definitely. That's what Tommy does. I mean, he doesn't do anything half-assed. Now, Tommy's full speed, doing it 100%. Now, when you're coming back to do a production meeting, That's a whole nother story. No, hell no, you ain't getting in the building.
Okay, so he's
I
not.
love you, Tommy, but you ain't getting in the building.
So he's not allowed in the building. Okay, I think the NFL said that. Once again, we haven't had him.
You're not seeing Friday practice.
Okay, not seeing Friday practice. You're not seeing our best plays. Not seeing what we like the most in red zone. You're not seeing who maybe we're trying to maybe hide a little bit and get in there for future reps. But you are in a production meeting in a Zoom call. What comes from those, and how will people treat those? You think with Tom? If you were,
I think it'll be total bullshit.
Okay, everybody will just be lying.
Yep. Totally. And he's not going to get any information for that.
People really pissed about this, him in the coach's box, I would assume?
I would think so. I would think that changed the whole narrative of being allowed to come in, not being allowed to come in. This changes everything.
But I think I even saw the internet being like, this guy shouldn't be just walking around. Last night, I think I saw that kind of happen in real time with Tom Brady. Did you as well?
Yeah, I did. I saw it a lot, and I understand it. There is a huge conflict of interest, and we know not even if he didn't with the Patriot stuff and all the gates that you mentioned. You're definitely concerned with
Prove
that.
it.
He didn't. If you're an opponent, but this for me, just like BA, is expected. You didn't expect Tom Brady to half-ass do this ownership thing. If it is a guy that can do it, we always hear it as players, as coaches. Hey, it's nobody bigger than the Shield. There's nothing bigger than the NFL. This is a guy won 7 Super Bowls. He went to 10 of them. This would be the guy that can kind of get away with anything. He's been a part owner of the Raiders. There was another owner there who was a maverick and kind of did things his way. Al Davis, we saw the Jerry Jones docs. He did his things his own way. Tom Brady, in my perfect football story, he would be the next maverick and just doing things completely outside of the box like no one has ever done it before. And he's earned the right to do it. So we'll see how long he does both. If I see him giving up one, obviously it'll be, leaving the booth and then just being more of a full-timer. Maybe he's on the sideline with a headset up. Maybe he just steps in at halftime and takes over play calling. Who knows what it'll be, but I'm excited about this next chapter with Tom Brady.
For the betterment of the game, him being the next outlaw and not just going along with everybody else says will certainly be the case. I mean, that would make the game better. It's like whenever they were changing numbers and changing rules and changing everything, he was very outspoken about, this ain't how this goes. I love that he has that mentality. I like that the NFL has come out and said, we're not letting him in buildings. He's not doing any of that. Pete Carroll came out, I guess. Andrew Siciliano is reporting. Tom Brady's not playing games with us. Is he playing games with Chip? Maybe.
Yeah.
No. He didn't say that. He says he's not playing games with us, but we were told that that's what's happening. And in the offseason, before the combine and everything, everybody that was around the situation was saying Tom Brady very hands-on, involved in all of this. So conflicting reports, I guess, and I'll trust Pete Carroll. I like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's never lied. Maybe Tom Brady should be playing games with you, but if he's not, but if he is, which is what everybody thinks, I think it is a huge talking point about him getting access or knowledge or anything like that. I think that's why it got so big last night.
Well, and Pete saying, Tom Brady's not game planning with us. Well, Pete, Tom Brady beat your ass. He beat Chip Kelly's ass. He beat everybody's ass. Well, what I'm saying is he doesn't have to game plan with them. He can game plan on his own. He definitely doesn't need the help of those guys to create his own game plan for a team. But
breaking, saying before you go any further, Vinny Bonsignor.
Okay.
He says Pete Carroll said the reports that Tom Brady meets 3 or so times per week with Raiders OC Chip Kelly to go over film game plan is not accurate. Okay, so we just got to say
twice a week. Yeah, twice a week.
Yeah, exactly. Like no matter what the assumption is going to be, like he's doing.
Schrags broke this news.
He did, yeah.
So this is Schrags news.
Wait, Schrags broke the original?
2 or 3 during the game, I think he.
Correct.
And then this is Vinny saying no.
That Pete Carroll just said. Pete Carroll's talking to reporters, I would assume, either right now or last night, and. Bonsignor here, Paisan. He is currently reporting what is coming from the press. And Pete Carroll saying, who's that? Schrags? Schrags doesn't know. Schrags doesn't know. I'm the only Pete around here that knows anything, is what Pete Carroll said about Schrags' report, seemingly.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be as weird if they didn't scrub the internet of all the tweets about Brady being in the booth in the coach's office. I believe the NFL deleted a tweet with that involved in it, and there are other things. So that makes it more seem like a spin. And him saying, they don't meet 3 times a week, to what AJ said, the immediate thought was like, okay, well, they meet once a week. And we can't assume anything.
The devil is in the details.
Exactly, yeah. And
4 times.
a lot of things that maybe be conspiracy fodder, if you will. Just kind of putting my hat on for a second. Brady did hire Pete Carroll. He was a huge part of all of the hiring process for the team. Who's the GM?
John Spytek. They played together at Michigan. Came from the Bucks.
Spy Tech.
Great GM. Going to be a hell of a GM.
Yeah, does he have any assistants? Technology, perhaps?
Oh.
Spy technology?
Oh, is it right there in the name? It's always so obvious, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's always too obvious. It's right there in front of us.
And Ben Johnson, Ben Johnson's gonna give Brady bullshit. Well, guess what? Brady knows what's bullshit then. Hey, Chip, they're not gonna do this, and this because this is what they told me they were gonna do. So, maybe he will get nothing out of the team meetings, but boy, oh boy, we don't know how the GOAT thinks. He might think completely different than everybody else, and he might be able to get information.
BA, do you BS or no BS? Tom Brady can get a lot of info from a building if he's color commentator.
No, terrible. Can't get anything. And
no, but I'm saying in
I don't
general.
think anybody gets anything.
That's
in
what
those
I'm
meetings.
saying. In general, not just Tom Brady.
Not
but
just Tom Brady.
Color commentators.
I mean, I did those things for how many years? I would tell the truth sometimes because I knew they thought I'd lying, and hey, this is going to be the first play. Nah, bullshit. And we ran it anyway.
Okay, so that meeting is what happens in those meetings? I've never been, I've sat in a couple for the games that I called, but I was always like third person. So they're trying to get info on what your strategy is or injuries or how.
Mostly injuries, who's going to be on game day roster, who's inactive, what do you think this week? And of course, nobody tells them anything. To me, it was a waste of time. I did it for a year. I was like, I should be out on the golf course.
How about walking around the building, like those Friday practices?
Friday practice is real.
That's totally different. Friday practice, you see everything, all the important shit. Red zone, 2 minute, all your gimmicks, your final drive. Some people, they'll go through their script on Friday. Mm-hmm. Now, that's big. That's big. And seeing who's out on the field.
Yep.
What the hell are you doing playing that position?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where the hell is Derwin James? I'm watching for that. Being at Friday practice, that's totally different than a production meeting.
And the NFL is saying he's not allowed at Friday practices. He's only allowed on Zoom calls in a production meeting.
Yeah, but the guys that he works with can. So there's no way those guys tell him anything about what they saw.
So now Tom Brady is being paid $375 million by Fox, and now he picks up also spies for him and Spy Tech for the Las Vegas Raiders.
No, the guy he calls the game with. What's his name?
Kevin Burkhardt.
Yeah, Burkhardt. Does Burkhardt go to the practices on Fridays? So would they not communicate about what he saw? I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying this is like the internet. This
Tom
is what
could give
the
him a
assumption
list.
would be.
Do you think Tom could give him a list? Hey, Burkhardt, check this out. Check out who's playing nickel in this situation, who's doing that, and then you could do that, but come on.
But how many reps are Badgett getting?
Yeah. Are they still motioning Loveland? Or?
Yeah. What is the thought on? Does it seem like there's a little bit of a short leash on Caleb before we play? Is there? Let's look around. Offensive line and Caleb, can you get the interaction between those two in between drills? Can you see how many people are letting trainers kind of squirt the water in their mouth?
Yeah.
Can you show me all these things? Kevin Burkhardt, I don't know if he would be able to see all the things that Tom would probably factor. No shot at Kevin Burkhardt, and this isn't a shot at non-player journalists.
No.
Or non-coaching journalists. None of those things.
Nope.
But I think what he fears, is Tom, because of his fucking knowledge of the game and being there doing that, he could potentially see some shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it could benefit the Raiders immediately. Is what all football people who are paranoid motherfuckers to begin with. Go ahead, D-Bo.
I mean, those production meetings and Friday practices, coaches and players, you're worried about that shit getting out, within that 48 hours before the game. Once the game is played, you're seeing all those different things. So, that's the vital time, 48 hours. So once Sunday happens or Monday, whenever it is, and the game's being played, you're going to see who's playing the nickel. You're going to see who's calling the plays. You're going to see these different things. So if you're going into the game, if you're playing the Raiders that week and getting that information, that vital information that that you don't know, that you're not going to see until game time, that's when it matters. But outside of that, it's not that big a deal.
I don't like that headset on up there. Mm-hmm. But I like that he's spreading the game worldwide.
That was awesome.
What do you mean?
That's a huge announcement.
He's taking the Fanatics flag football Superfest right over there in Saudi Arabia.
That's right.
Taking it global. Here's Tom Brady yesterday alongside Turkey Al-Sheikh and announcing Riyadh season is officially welcoming football to Riyadh.
Yesterday. I've always admired the power of flag football, the fastest growing sport in the world, and how it connects fans of all ages. And I want to help continue the global movement and momentum that our game is having. So I'm very excited to announce that I'm coming out of retirement and teaming up with His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, Fanatics, OBB Media, and my friends at Fox Sports to launch the Fanatics Flag Football Classic, which will bring American football to the Middle East on March 21st, 2026 at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as part of Riyadh season.
Way to go, Tom. Taking football worldwide. I don't know if every word sounded natural coming out of his mouth or not, but I do know it's a huge announcement for football and also for a lot of guys to profit mightily from the sport of football. And maybe this does take over the entire Middle East as our new favorite sport. With that being said, the NFL has come out with a statement on this particular Superfest. Fanatics made us aware of the event, but this is not a league initiative. It's up to the individual clubs to provide clearance for their active players to participate. I think a lot of ex-players are going to be playing this. A lot of stars are going to be playing this. I cannot wait to see how it all comes together. And congrats to Tom getting this deal. He might be owner of Hold Team soon. Especially if we're doing heading up a deal with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash.
Yeah, I would
a lot of cash.
Hey, they got a couple coaches. Yeah, I assume the Super Duper Fest is
Shanahan's doing it.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple
Great
coaches.
golf out there too.
Yeah.
Nope.
You sure? Why not? I don't know. Pretty good.
This is my job now.
Okay.
Sitting here on my fat ass.
We love you here.
We'll see. This actually might be awesome. I mean, I'd much rather watch this than like the UFL, and that's kind of the same time period. So we'll see. I mean, Saquon's playing in
with
it.
they're coming into the Olympics and everything.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big.
Huge.
Saquon's playing it?
What?
I saw Saquon as one of the names. I think Max Crosby was one of the names. Yeah, McAfee.
Myles Garrett.
Look at some of these. I mean, it's
Huge.
Huge.
And I like the NFL has come out and said, the teams are allowed to say no, is what the NFL basically just. We would like to just let everybody know the teams are allowed to say no if they'd like to. That is our stance on it. But big names, big partners, big money.
Yeah.
Big for the game. I like that is happening. Soccer, golf, tennis, other sports, football now.
Yeah, grow it.
Getting a chance. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Good for the sport. A lot of money for those people.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough when they're playing, Dubai week 8. But hey, it's not me.
You're talking about Saudi Arabia's team?
Yeah, no,
or the Fanatics flag football team?
I'm assuming if this goes well, 2030 international game, I assume they send one over there.
I will say Tom Brady and Gronkowski look good still.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I see him on camera together, Tom's throwing to Gronk. Had one down in New Orleans, I think, or across the street. Where was it?
Yeah, it was in New
That was
Orleans.
like last week or whatever. They did one last week, and then they did one to announce this flag football thing. A little
Still
bit of a lower catch, yeah. Rob Gronk. They're going to win. Whatever team they're on, I'm thinking is going to win.
What if they just?
Who will they play?
What if they just start taking their players?
And doing what? Flag football super classics?
Yeah, just go over there and play flag football. Play 4 games for $55 million.
We talked about this for the WNBA.
Maybe 100.
We talked about this for the WNBA with that 3-on-3 league.
Yep.
It was like, so they're going to make more money to do 3-on-3 than they're going to make in the WNBA? How long before the 3-on-3 thing becomes the thing? They're like, no, they're committed to building the WNBA. They're making $50,000 a year here for how many games? And then over here they're making $250,000 is what you're saying for this money? Yeah, but that's just an off-season thing. We'll come out. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that both are going to.
Money talks and bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. And, Saudi Arabia, obviously, with golf, was able to get a lot of golfers, notable golfers. Not everybody, though. Soccer, they've gotten some notable soccer players. Not everybody, though. I assume all their sports, it's a similar story. For football, this one feels like it is just going to be like event-driven as opposed to full league stuff. But what if the Crown Prince, God bless him, sees flag football and goes, I like this sport. What is this? Let's do this one. All of a sudden, Tyreek Hill, you're not happy in Miami? boy, do we got a league for you. Here's $150 million for one season, and you're going to be untackleable. You're actually playing for the Crown Prince team.
Yeah, he's throwing you the football.
Actually, legal.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. That is not. This is good for the growth of the game. It's not going to take over the game.
No.
Well, no matter what, this would only happen in like April or May when they.
Yeah, but what we're saying is what happens.
No, like if they did a season.
What we're saying is what happens though if the Crown Prince, God bless him, falls in love with the sport, like he did with soccer, like he did with golf, and says, you know what? I like this one. This is fun because they're airing it out. Oh, Tom Brady's gonna.
Yeah.
They're rushing in that, don't they?
They rush in that. That's the one thing I said when Tom said I'm going to come out of retirement. Myles Garrett's going to be chasing you. That's going to be easy catch.
No, got to be on his team. Miles got to be on his team.
You got to count steamboats or what? How do you rush?
Mississippi.
No, it's like
Saudi Arabia.
If you watch the high school kids, it's like bam, and they're after you. So the quarterback's always running around, and that's not Tommy anymore.
What is the high school rules? How many Mississippi?
I think it's one.
Just one.
I think it's like 7 yards back. I think if you're like 7 yards back, I know flag football and my little kids played. If you're like 7 yards back, you can blitz from like a cone behind the line of scrimmage.
What if it is they count in Saudi Arabians? What if it is one Saudi Arabia, two Saudi Arabia, three Saudi Arabia?
Oh, the ball's gone by then.
I was going to say,
Exactly.
Tom probably requested that.
Probably three Saudi Arabia.
Better be.
The Mississippi of Saudi Arabia is the Wadi Al Ramah, so they will count one Wadi Al Ramah.
One Wadi Al Ramah. Two Wadi Al Ramah. Three Wadi Al Ramah. Yeah, so it's probably three Wadi Al Ramah. If I had to guess, before they're allowed to rush. Myles Garrett has got to say it too. Got to get it right. One Wadi. Nope.
No, don't speak.
Because him and Mad Max are going to be trying to do that.
Absolutely.
Mush it up.
No.
Go back. Go back to the cone.
Max Crosby's definitely not wanting to go three Wadi Al Ramah.
No, he's not doing it.
No way he's going to want to do that. They're going to need to do that, though, for Tommy.
Ball with a llama? No way.
That's not it. That doesn't count.
Exactly. No way.
Did you fact check that, Tony?
Yeah, how'd you get that? Did you say what is the Mississippi of Saudi Arabia into?
No, I Googled what's the largest river in Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
smart.
Well done.
It's smart.
Is that why it is Mississippi we count? Is because of the river?
I was just trying to go apples to apples.
Yeah, but is that the proper?
I always assumed
you said one, like Ohio River, one Ohio, two. That's not enough.
Yeah, but I don't think
Monongahela.
There you go.
Yeah, but they're not as big as
Mississippi and Monongahela come together to form to Ohio. Obviously, three great rivers that come together at one point, downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We all love that. But I don't think it's one Mississippi because of the river. I think it's because of the name, just because it's so cool sounding.
It's a good
I
question.
assume so.
I always assumed it was the river. Fucking ode to the river.
So it's like one Mississippi River, two Mississippi rivers, three.
Too long.
So they just got rid of the rivers.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi.
I mean, Brett Favre might have created that.
He might have.
That might have been his entire thing. Nobody talks about his contributions with the state of Mississippi like that.
Well,
Yeah, he might have created Mississippi down there. We don't know. We're not 100% sure. So Wadi Al Ramah, what was it?
Wadi Al Ramah. But yeah, I just looked it up. Apparently, they were looking for a 4-syllable word. That timed out to be about a second, and one Mississippi was about that. So,
okay, I thought apples to apples though with rivers, just random.
How we
rivers.
know?
Yeah.
I still stand on it.
And that's why we love you.
Except for the river, I can't stand on that.
Jesus could.
He could.
Good.
Then he went out there and just
Oh yeah.
the mighty Mississippi.
The JC walk.
Was he one leg in this thing, or was he? Oh yeah, I forgot. Who was the Jack Easterby?
Yeah. One fish, two fish.
Red fish,
blue fish.
Walking on top of him. That's
Where's
what I
he
do,
at?
fish. I think he's still breaking down a game. I'll get a text every once in a while. Jack Easterby. I feel blessed.
Really?
They're very long, in depth. He's still breaking.
Nose ball.
He's breaking down a game.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the number could start with.
Yeah.
But
Is it Houston?
that's kind of my issue. I don't save phone numbers enough. So then if a text is coming through with a number I don't know, I'm going to say this now. No, not enough people are going to hear it. I'm not reading it. Okay? I am so sorry. I should. I know that I should. But boy, that one's probably not getting read. And I don't like it. But every once in a while, there'll be like an incredibly detailed stat about football as the first sentence. And it's a number I don't have. I crack that thing open. And there's a lot of detail. And I get to the bottom. Hope you're great. Jack Easterby.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah. God fucking bless you, man. Thank you for all that.
Try 832.
Okay. It's a good text. I mean, he's got a lot of information in there. Wait till you guys hear this. He's his own stat guy.
Is there a word that you remember from the text that you could search?
Maybe Jack Easterby, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be.
Oh, we found it.
Right, it says bless you or something at the end.
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Jeez, that's on me. Yeah, but it's all stats.
Oh, it's a scroller.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Like he's Hembo? He's getting from Hembo or what?
Yeah, with ideas too. And like, hey, remember these people did this. I'm like, holy shit, I think I'm supposed to pay for the information you sent to me. But thank you, Jack. God bless you. We love ball. God bless you, BA. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. BA, do you want to do a giveaway or no?
Sure.
What do you want to do? You want to putt? You want to throw?
Oh, we're definitely putting today.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Don't use that big old belly putter. Don't use that Adam Scott. Use the real.
Whatever you want. Okay.
Watch that Jabba.
Well done.
He's been navigating freaking. Look at these shoes.
Pretty clean.
Doc Martens?
There we go. Good choice.
Come
All
on,
right.
BA.
All right, BA. Okay. Take the glasses off so you can't see shit. You can do where that front one is if you want. Hold on. Do you want to count this one or is this practice? This counts?
Love it.
Okay, you gotta.
No freebies.
Move up a little.
Yeah, I think you should go up to where the
black dot is.
Yeah, black dot is. Yep. I want to. What is he? 1 of 4? 2
50?
of 4?
50? Yeah.
2 of 4? Is 2 of 4 good or no?
Good.
2 of 4. We'll give 15 people $500 to repost this post. Say something nice to somebody and put the easiest way to pay them. All you got to do, BA, is showcase that smooth, buttery putter stroke. Barry, 2 out of these 4, and 15 people will be happier. Those shoes are spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
These shoes, what are they?
Jimmy Choo.
Ooh, Hootie Hoo, Jimmy Choo, 15 people. All you do is hit 2, BA. Rolls that one left.
Rangefinder.
Little claw grip. I like this little grip.
He does have a little claw grip forward lean. Oh, he might have found it. Boom! Can he split the uprights?
You got the line.
Both those potentially off the green. Doesn't matter here, though, ladies and gentlemen. BA.
Boom. Great pay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nice.
this is what you came for. 2-time club champion.
Boom.
Pulled it. Yikes. Oh, no.
Hey, he looks good, though. They
That's
all
good
look
stroke.
good.
That's good stroke.
You can tell he's never 3-putting.
We'll try it again next week.
Never.
We'll try it again next week.
Good putts. Good speed.
That was great putts, great rolls. Coach B, we appreciate the hell out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, coach.
Hey, be a friend. Hey, Diggs, why don't you come out here, buddy? Great work in the back, boys. Great work in the back.
Workplace.
BA, great work today. All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Don't block BA a little bit here, Tone, so he might give a speech. Yep. BA, anything you say here? Great show. Better next week. Team on me. Team on 3. We'll see you tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.